Jay here, Stretford, Paddock, and this is the watch-along for Manchester United versus AC Milan in Poland. Joining me are two absolute legends of the Manchester United fan base. I've got Ronaldo Brown with us. How are we?
I'm doing good. I'm full now.
You've just inhaled a Greggs, haven't you?
In 5 minutes.
You've just like rammed a Greggs down your throat in record time. So, sorry. Take your time, bud. Take your time, son. Compose yourself.
Okay.
Get yourself sort of back in the game. You have a little breather. Also joining me is my good friend Scotty. How are we, brother?
I'm all right. Equally impressed by Ronaldo's pace of eating.
That was quick, that, wasn't it?
I'm disappointed they didn't offer any. If you're struggling, you should be hooking somebody else.
That's a very good point.
They didn't want to share.
One way to get rid of food quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly, is to share it out.
The problem was it's 3 p.m. right, almost 3 p.m. and it was my first meal of the day.
Right, he's done with to get out of jail.
So I couldn't share.
You have to eat properly. So
the next meal is going to be Ruben Amorim's Milan.
Right, wow. We'll get into that in a minute. Obviously, there is a bit of intrigue here because it's the return of Ruben Amorim. Actually, it's funny because we did. Isn't it funny? Like sometimes you do a video, right, and you'll chat about loads of things. It's a random video, and then one little sentence or one little clip will get clipped up, and everyone will jump on it. And we did our post-match reaction after the game in Dublin, after the Leeds game. So it was me, it was Howson, it was McCullough, and we were just chatting, and we mentioned the fact that we'd spoken to someone at the club, and they were saying they had a bit of a point to prove, and they were looking forward to this one, and they were determined to beat Ruben Amorim. That got clipped up, a lot of people jumped on it. Nathan Salt has tweeted something today saying that he spoke to people I think he's put members of the club or staff members or however he's worded it in Dublin, and they said there was a determination to beat Ruben Amorim today. So I don't know if he spoke to the same people we did or if it's different people. It was just throughout the club there was a general feeling of. But we didn't make it up. We spoke to someone and they were like, look, and it kind of took me about how. I don't want to use the word angry, but how determined they were to beat Ruben Amorim, because there's a part of me that thought they might not be bothered, but no, there's definitely a little bit of needle there. We'll get into the team, then we'll get into the intrigue that is the fact we're placing Ruben Amorim and the AC Milan team as well. The starting 11 for Manchester United is Cedar Lomans. I'm just going to read it in the order it's laid out. Nuzem Mazraoui, Harry Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, Patrick Dorgu, Amad Diallo, Andre Santos, Yuri Tielemans, Luke Shaw and Aidan Heaven. You can work out there. You don't have to work it out. We've done it for you. Thank you. I should have known. I've long been doing this for. So, pretty strong team now, isn't it, Ronnie?
Do you know what? That is it's decent. It's looking like it's coming together. It looks very much like the end game of pre-season type of lineup where you start to get a little bit closer to what a starting lineup would look like in a league fixture. And there was obviously a couple of players on the bench that might come into that, the likes of Mbumo. Sesko, still not sure about his whereabouts, which is a big concern for me. But I think it's one of the first pre-season games where I've looked at the starting 11 and thought pretty decently strong, but also then looked at the bench and thought there's a lot of ammunition on the bench as well.
Yeah, no, I'll go through the bench, Scotty, before I get your reaction to it. You've got Heath, me, Amas, Delo, Martinez, Yoro, Collier, Tyler Fletcher, Jack Fletcher, Kobbie Mainoo, JJ Gabriel, Shea Lacey, Marcus Rashford, Joshua Zirkzee and Brian Mbumo. What do you think, Scotty? First, I'll get your thoughts on the actual team, the starting 11. Is like Scotty, Ronnie was saying, it's pretty strong.
It's a starting 11 that you wouldn't be surprised to see start in the Premier League any given week, really, won't you? So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not seeing much of the pre-season over the last couple of weeks being away, so I look forward to seeing Tielemans and Santos in the midfield. But you do expect getting towards the opening weekend that we do start playing our stronger 11, but you get the anxiety about you don't want any injuries from these sort of games. And I'm sure you're going to mention about people wanting to do one over and Ruben Amorim. I imagine these people maybe wanting to put more than 90% into the performances today.
Yeah, it might be a good for their own sake that Marcus Rashford and Kobbie Mainoo aren't starting. They might get a bit too giddy.
No, it's set up perfectly, Jay.
Go on. Talk to me, Goose. What's going to happen?
You know that dagger to the heart right at the end?
Yeah. Was it you that was saying it? Like, when it's like the second half and you've brought on all the children, like all the resis and that, is Marcus going to come on then and treat it like it's the World Cup final?
You know when
he's up against some 17-year-old right back who's like, what's going on?
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking when he puts on a little bit like some of the peripheral players. I think they've got a couple of injuries. I think Leao's not playing today as well.
No, he's not. You're right. He's injured. I'll give you the Milan starting 11. In fact, go on. You can read it because you'll be able to pronounce these names far better than I do.
I know you put me on the spot here. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Scotty's
half Italian.
Scotty's Italian.
Scotty.
Oh,
I think.
put it on me.
Yeah, come on. You're a wordsmith anyway.
Sorry, Arne. I'll do it a man.
We said you say it because he's Italian. He couldn't have sounded more mank if he tried.
I did it purpose.
It was almost- No, that was on purpose. That just came off.
Chukwueze. Here's our resident Italian, Biriana.
That was the most long sight sentence I've ever heard in my life. Oh my days. Wow.
That was Newton Heath.
It wasn't me. That was old school. Sorry, go on, carry on.
Loftus Cheek.
Even that sounds go on.
Sissa.
Yeah.
Ramos and Ruben Amorim.
Cisse.
Cisse. I was trying to do it more than
Cisse.
yeah, I was doing it in a Mancunian accent.
Andy Tate would say it.
Sticking with the theme. Yeah, we'll get into the whole sort of Ruben Amorim thing. Also, there was a weird tweet from Man United. It was not weird, but it's, well, I don't know, it's a bit weird. You don't see it very often. It was like a little bit of a reminder before you go and get your kits printed with these numbers on the back. So when United did the tweet, named the team, it says our final starting 11 of Tour 2026. Squad numbers worn in pre-season are provisional and yet to be finalised. So don't go out and get, I don't even know, I don't know who's wearing what. Someone said that Marcus Rashford's going to be wearing number 9 today. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know why he would. But anyway, based on this, the advice is if you are going to get a squad number printed on the back of your shirt, don't do it off today's game because some of them might not be the ones that they're going to start the season with. Just to let you know the club have let everyone know, and I'm sure everyone's just about to go and get a squad number printed on the back, so that's saved us all a few quid. People in the chat already. Guts Doyle says, I'm personally hoping for the slow, painful crucifixion of Ruben. Glad to see that he's not holding any grudges. Anything in the 4 to 5 range would be nice, with a few from Rashid Kobe, GGMU. So he just probably wants the knife stuck in. It's Ben Topping, good to see him. Says, hope Jay is as excited as I am to see his favourite member of Amorim's coaching staff. Yeah, I had a bit of an issue.
Is that the big bloke?
The big fella, right? Listen.
It's terrible.
I know. I've had weight issues. You know me, Scott. You've known me when my weight has fluctuated. I have not got a problem with people being a little bit big-boned, right? What annoyed me is he's in his 20s and he's huge. Sorry?
He was in his 20s?
Yeah. He joined us with 29.
20 stone?
Yes. And the icing on the cake was, my man put on weight when he got here. So it wasn't like he was focusing on his fitness. That's what annoyed me. And I just didn't like the comical aspects of him waddling out the ball every week.
I think the pay slip got heavier when he came to United.
He's living out.
That usually does coincide.
He switched from the Smart Price beans to the Marks and Spencer's ones.
There is often a correlation with weight gain and money. Extra money in the bank account, innit?
Well, you think about it.
When people earn more, sometimes.
You can have a takeaway every night, can't you, when you've got a few quid?
Well, Lukaku was guilty, wasn't he, for when he came to United?
It was weird, Lukaku,
putting on weight.
Well, he went away to the World Cup, didn't he?
Yeah.
And put on 2 stone. And it was just bizarre because it was like almost like he did it deliberately, but it didn't help him. It hindered him. I don't know. It was very, very odd. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know what you think about the team. But does anyone out there, right? Because there's a revisionist school of thought here. Not everyone is, anti-Ruben Amorim. Some people look, he was out of his depth or whatever. Or some people might think, had we kept him, he would have had success. Others may feel like he was outdone by. Others may like him. They may feel sorry for him. I get all that. I met him a few times and he's a likeable guy. I don't think he was the right manager for Manchester United. But let me know what your thinking is, because obviously it's become a bit of a pantomime, this, hasn't it, where he's like the villain in the piece, and I understand why. I'm not going to be saying that I'm his biggest fan, but let me know if you disagree, or let me know if you agree. Let me know what you think.
I think some of this banter towards we have to beat him 5-0 and that, there's a little bit of truth in it, but some of it's a bit just tongue in cheek. Some of it's a bit.
You can see the dichotomy here, because Samsonite M says, personally, I don't give a toss about Amorim. He's moved on. We should all move on. Only thing that's poor is the way he left without thanking the fans. I like that. And then 2 comments later, I hate Ruben Amorim. I genuinely lie on him to get him arrested. There you go, you see. So there's a bit of a split there.
That's an insane sentence.
Scotty, with the whole PR thing, because one thing Ruben Amorim had going for him when he got here was he was good in the media aspect. Yes. Remember Gary Cotterill, who was an absolute weasel, trying to dig him out or trying to get him to say something in English when he was manager at Sporting. He's like, look, I'm doing this in Portuguese. And when he arrived, everyone thought he was very charismatic, bit of an antidote to Eric Ten Hag, who was a bit sort of, supply teacher vibes in the way he handled the media. Everyone enjoyed that. Then it unravelled a lot, and by the end, he left. He didn't even do the ChatGPT post to say thanks to the fans.
Didn't even get someone of his team to
which is a bit
publicist or something.
That's like painting by numbers, isn't it? Everyone just does that, even if you don't write it yourself. Just put thanks to the fans, and it didn't work out the way we wanted, but I enjoyed the experience. Didn't even bother with that. Did that bother you? That sort of the lack of
consideration to say goodbye.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of rubbed up against the sort of image that we had of Ruben Amorim. Take Jose Mourinho out of the picture. I think post Fergie, he was probably our most charismatic manager, and I think that's what gave him a lot of rope really with a lot of the fans. It was easy to sort of buy into what he was trying to sell, what was supposed to be a new direction for the club. I never wanted to hear another United manager mention suffer again in their press conferences, whether before or after, because it became suffocating towards the end of watching his football. But yeah, I mean, what is it? It's just a throwaway line that you need to put out on social media or a press release or stuff like that. So, he left on a bad note, and when he went, I don't think he won anybody else over with the way he left.
No, I agree. It is like you say, a throwaway line. It can literally be one sentence, can't it?
Cheers, lads.
Thanks. But he didn't. He obviously I imagine there was a bit of anger there the way it ended. I remember the final press conference was as close as you can get to resigning without
Leeds,
resigning.
was it?
Yeah, it was Leeds. Yeah, it was. And you knew then, as soon as I heard that presser, I knew he would not be a manager at Manchester United much longer, because you can't let him do another press conference. You can't put a microphone in front of him and let him go in front of the cameras, because he's liable to say anything. So you thought then it was untenable. I was slightly surprised that he was literally sacked the next day, but not surprised that he left.
Wasn't there rumours that the game was on a Saturday? Was it Leeds, right?
No, it was
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday against Leeds, but then it came out that there was a blowout between him and the board on Friday where he was more or less sacked, and he knew it.
There was something, because if you remember, Jamie Jackson in the press conference on Friday had said something, I think it was about the whole Semenya thing. Because he hadn't got Semenya and he hadn't got anyone else in January. Well, I can't remember the exact dates, but United weren't going to get anyone else in January. And Jamie Jackson had a lot of sort of to and fro with Amorim. Had sort of said something along the lines of, you obviously wanted someone, there was money there for one, looked like there was money there, or there isn't money there when there was. Something like that, you must be annoyed with what's going on. I'm paraphrasing, it was around that sort of sentiment, and Ruben Amorim said, you're a very clever man. And he wasn't being sarky, I think he was sort of saying, look, you've got that right. So there was obviously friction there, so you only might have something, you might be accurate in your time sort of scale of it. There was something that had gone on before the Leeds game. Obviously, he's still the manager for the Leeds game. The draw at Ellen Road, I don't think was particularly great, but it wasn't that bad. It's not like, well, you're going to get sacked.
It's better than the home game.
Yeah, exactly. We lost on the Carrick, it's a good point. That's probably his low point as United manager. So a draw at Ellen Road, when you're missing half your squad, look, we're not going to celebrate it, but it's not a sackable offence. And were it not for the, obviously, of this fallout, you'd have looked at it, you go, okay, we're sixth. Maybe there's
I remember this.
there
I remember this.
To stay, we're in touching distance. We obviously were in touch with the Champions League because we made the Champions League, not under Ruben Amorim, but it's not like Michael Carrick inherited a situation where it was impossible. It was difficult, but it was doable. So I don't think it was just the results. Obviously, that plays a part. I don't think you've got enough leeway to go and act the way you want to because you've got the club in sixth.
But I don't
think that was enough.
No, I remember this Leeds game and after it and the fallout quite well. That was what was reported, apparently, that he was having disagreements with the board before the game, and then there was like some sort of like blowout on the Friday. This is what I remember. I don't know.
Well, do you not remember?
And then
Jamie came in on the Friday. I think he came in on the Friday, and I'm pretty sure it was after that presser that he came in and he spoke about it, and that everyone was saying how, even to the point where Ruben Amorim, when he'd come in, this is on the Friday before the game, and everyone would say hello, which is almost, and he'd be like, "Hi guys, you okay?" He'd be like friendly,
yeah,
and there was none of that. He was like he had the ump. Basically.
And it wasn't just to do with the transfers, remember. I remember this, it was to do with the fact that apparently, supposedly, they've come to him, Wilcox and Co, and said, maybe switch up the system. And change up the formation, and I think he didn't like
because that sort of ties in with what he was saying as well. He spoke about transfers. He also spoke about the fact of being the manager or the head coach, and if Mourinho or Fergie or whoever the man, they get to do what they want, and I'm the same basically. So that it would make. I think there's a lot going on, wasn't there? There was probably one thing that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
But the whole scenario, and I always think with any United manager, it's not one thing that gets you sacked. Like, I think, genuinely, Erik ten Hag, one of the things that got him sacked was the 7-0 at Anfield. Now, that happened a year before he got sacked. But I think that's one thing where the board and everyone looks at it and goes, you know what I mean? The Antony signing.
Yeah.
He got sacked 18 months after that. Yeah, but it's one thing that you look back on, you go,
Well, obviously something happened because the after the match, exactly, it was a 1-1 result. Okay, not like that terrible of a performance, and it just felt like the post-match press conference was a bit premeditated, which kind of alludes to the fact that something happened, and he said to himself,
he knew what he was doing. He knew, he knew it was the end, because you don't go in that presser, say what you say, and then think you kept your job. There's no way. But also, there was rumours or reports that he didn't want to quit because then it's you lose your payout, and also after the lads he brought with him wouldn't get their payout as well. And I think they were all quite close.
Their hand. But in terms of just from a footballing point of view, there were probably more ample games where they should have sacked him. If we go back to Grimsby and before Christmas, I think during that period, it would have been more obvious for him to get bin then.
I think you're right, Scotty. I think even if you looked at it and maybe went Bilbao, even then you might have gone, you know,
compared with the league,
like losing that final to Spurs and finishing 15th, you might have gone, right, we got this one wrong. Let's give the next manager a pre-season and let's just admit defeat on this one. But I bought in. I'm not going to rewrite history. After the Villa game, spoke about this the other day on the podcast where he gave his speech. This was the few days after Bilbao. When I say Bilbao, I mean Spurs in the Europa League final, by the way. And he gave that speech about. I said the storm was coming now. The good times are coming. I was on that. Not on that pitch. I was in the stands, and I was like, "Yeah, all right, okay, let's go with it." But like you said there, the Grimsby game, one or two others. There was a few on the way you go. You know, I think the main reason I think Amorim didn't perhaps go before he did, just based on results. You always felt like there was enough of a reason, or there was an argument to keep him, because even after, like, you remember when we lost to Wolves, was it at home? Or we drew with Wolves, didn't we, at home, which was an awful result. Or we lost to Everton at home. Even then, I think we're like, you're 4 points off 5th. But then people go, well, you're 4 points off 12th or whatever. But there's always an argument, a counter argument. Well, do you just give him a bit more time? Can he get it right? Like, it was always like the Grimsby game, like you say, was 3 games into the season. So you go, oh, could he give him a bit more time? There was always this sort of debate going on, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think his position was probably extended due to how badly our competitors were performing last season. If the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea are flying as usually expect them to do on an annual basis, we're nowhere near that position.
No, I agree. I'll go into some comments and come back to you, Ronnie. Matthias Anderson, 7492, has been a member of the Academy for 68 months. Don't forget as well, there's extra content on the members section, so you'll have all behind-scene stuff from the tour. We've been on the tour for about, I think we're the only fan channel, by the way, that has done that. That's been to every single pre-season game just to blow our own trumpet. I was over in Dublin and it was class. I think you've got McCullough and producer Ben are over in... What's this? What we're doing? What was that? That? Money?
Yeah.
Well, we're flying us. We've got loads.
Your pockets must be full.
Did you go out 20 pre-season games this year?
Me?
No.
We haven't got that much money.
No.
No.
Did you go out last season to any pre-season games?
No.
Me and you never.
No. We have to.
You guys are.
We have to man the ship here.
Full Fergie here. We need you here, lads. Hey, you're such an important part of these watch-alongs that we can't lose you for the trips to America and Australia and Thailand.
Probably be America again next year.
And everywhere else where we go.
It'll be America again.
I don't know. I better keep my mouth shut because it's not guaranteed I'll be allowed to go. Sorry, Matthias. He says Rashi hat-trick and Cobby with a vintage performance coming on in the second half. Manchester, I love this. Manchester 3-0 win and tits out. There you go. Mark W1238 says Ruben's system was ruined by Nuno Mendes, unicorn player at Sporting, and his formation frankly doesn't work without him. Joey 1I4J wasn't all on Ruben. Ineos were equally to blame. in what world do you reject an employee resigning? It was clear he was only going to succeed with major investment, as Ashworth warned, best in class. Blagged says, not going to lie, Amorim wasn't all bad. He genuinely helped us move forward in some areas. Just would have been nice for him to address us properly. Reese says, a lot of revisionism. Let's remember when he got sacked, we were all surprised. It became because of a disagreement. In any case, it's Carrick, you know. Yeah, I agree with that. I think, you know, we move on. It's Ben Topping says, I think the fan hate is mostly from the way he spoke about and treated our homegrown players. That's where he lost me anyway. So, yeah, the press conferences did unravel, didn't they, with Amorim? He went from this charismatic, likeable, friendly guy that had the media more or less eating out of his hand to... I mean, I don't want to be melodramatic, but I think when you're arguing with Carl Anka, you've got issues because Carl's like Mr. Chilled and nice and easygoing, and at one point he was digging him out, and I thought, oh God, this isn't going to end well. He had a bit of a dig at the academy, didn't he? I think he had, was it Harry Amas and Toby Collier and players like that. JJ Gabriel's dad was posting about it at one point, and you think this isn't a good look for a club like United, who have obviously got this strong affiliation with our academy, whether you agree with him or not. I don't think it was particularly helpful to his cause. User Mark says, if Amorim had been mid, he would be forgotten. Instead, he was the worst ever, and Carrick embarrassed Amorim and his system even more. Fraser Pierce says, Amas and Chido, ? I don't know, is that who he digged out? Robert Ryan says, really, it didn't Carrick play free at the back and in one game and we fell apart. I mean, look, free at the back, 5 at the back, however you want to word it. It's fine if you try it, but I think the part of the issue was he didn't seem to deviate from it enough.
Do you not think, like, just looking at the, you know, to take the lens out a little bit further, we all agree that Amorim wasn't the right man, but why is Ineos not doing the due diligence and, you know, looking at what manager they're getting in, being that steadfast in that sort of formation?
Well, this is one of the things that confused me about the whole Amorim appointment, because I think, was it Liverpool
after him,
and then they said we haven't got the players for this system that he's sort of stuck to. And you look at United squad and you think, well, neither have we, but we didn't seem to care about that. I think West Ham were in for him as well.
West Ham, apparently.
Yeah, that should have been a bit of a warning sign, to be honest with you. I just think Ineos, when it comes to managers, have been a bit all over the gaff, because you look at the whole way they handled the Ten Hag situation after the FA Cup final was a bit odd. Yeah, interviewing others, interviewing Tuchel, interviewing Thomas Franks, and then sticking with Ten Hag. You look at Dan Ashworth, waiting for him, paying him compensation or paying Newcastle compensation, then sacking him. You might go, okay, well they acted quickly, but it wasn't exactly a well-oiled machine that brings in someone, pays them, I think in total £5.5 million in compensation and the payoff, and sacks him after 3 months. It seemed a bit, and even with that, the way they sacked him wasn't nice. I think sort of frog matched him through the other exit and all the rest of it. It was a bit tasteless. So yeah, it was shabby.
How close to the United's strongest 11 or potential starting 11 against Hull do you think this team is?
I think it's close. I do. I think it's maybe I'd expect Delo to start
ahead of Mazraoui.
Yeah, I probably see. I don't know, because Sesko's not played.
Yeah, that's.
I was going to say Sesko and ditto Mainu as well. He's not played, so I don't know. And you might even argue that when everyone's fit now, Mainu's got a bit of a fight on his hands for his spot anyway. So I think Delo for Mazraoui might be it.
Not Mbumo for...
Oh, Sugar, sorry. I forgot about him. Yeah, Mbumo, yeah. So
Ahmad.
Yeah, Mbumo for Ahmad, Delo for Mazraoui, good point. And I think that'd be it for me. What do you reckon?
It's probably Cunha where Dorgu is and Mbumo up front. And then Delo for Mazraoui. And that'll probably be it. But I don't think Dorgu should be starting left wing away at Hull City. I feel like that would underwhelm me, especially the attacking options.
You don't think it? Sorry,
I don't think Dorgu starts left wing against Hull. I don't think he should. I think Cunha will start on the left, and Mbumo will probably start up front if there's no Sesko. This is what's irritated me about Sesko being injured, because he didn't have a pre-season really last year as well. So it took him a long time to kind of warm up and grow into it. And now this season again, he's missed another, where he's going to be playing catch up to start the season.
Because that was a sort of grace that we gave him last year when he didn't start, firing from the off. People were saying he's got to get to match fitness and stuff. It is concerning. What has he got much of an injury record before he signed for United?
Nope.
Sesko. So this is the first time.
Yes, pretty much the first time.
Rashford then.
Yeah. Can you see a world in which Marcus Rashford plays in the Premier League, starts in the Premier League?
I don't know, but when you look at the state of the world now, stranger things are happening.
Stranger things have happened. Yeah, I mean,
where does he? I can't see where he goes though. I think it might be because nobody else is coming in to pay for his wages or
The thing I always think with Marcus is that there might be a scenario where a club finds themselves maybe having a bad start to the season, or other transfer targets they've looked at just aren't happening, and they go, look, we need someone to come in last minute almost who can do a job in the Premier League. Not that dissimilar to what Villa did, where they were like, look, I know it was, further, was it January he went to Villa? But it was like, look, we could do with him for the last bit of the season, someone who's got Champions League experience and could help us, and he kind of did that, to a certain degree. Barca was obviously different, not Premier League, but someone who, a big name, someone who can get goals and assists, and he did a relatively decent job there. So there might be someone who, once the season starts, looks at it and goes, okay, it's worth a punt for us. But it's got to be someone who's got a lot of money. I presume so, because I don't know how much United are willing to pay towards their wages.
But if you're Manchester United and you've got a Sesko who isn't fit and maybe injured, and a Xerxes who you can't really be relied on, it means we'd be going into the season with no name striker really.
Yeah.
Is it not better the devil you know?
That's a fair point. One thing I do want to say, Robert Wagona said R.I.P. Uncle Webby. Scotty, if I may, I know you and Webby did a lot of watch-alongs together back in the Devil's days, and you've known him for years, and you two are good mates.
Yeah, I've known Webby for a long time. I think you introduced us actually, Jay. But through doing stuff on BBC Radio with him, to doing stuff on, I think we were on MUTV together, to being on here. And he was just, I think I put him on Twitter the other week, he was just a man who absolutely lived, breathed and bled Manchester United, and he had more stories about following the club than anyone else I know really, and a few anecdotes I probably won't share on live on YouTube. But those that knew him with a pint in his hand, he was always great crack and amazing company to be around. I think that when you look, I don't know how many fans of clubs are sort of giving tributes in not only the local press but on national radio and stuff like that, and I think that's really a testament to the man, and he was an absolute legend. So my thoughts with his family, rest in peace, Webber.
Yeah, well said. It's weird, it's still not sunk in, to be honest with you. And we did a brew special with Webber yesterday where we had all the best bits of him. It could have been about 8 hours, to be honest with you. There was loads, and I've had loads of great comments on that video. You get a chance after this, go and check it out, because he's just a very, very funny guy, and lots of people in the chat mentioning it. CJ James John says R.I.P. Uncle Webby. Ross Murphy, it still hasn't sunk in yet that Uncle Webby is no longer with us. I know I think it'll take a little while. You got the Milan team there as well. How big a test do you think this is, Ronnie? Do you think this is a sort of game where, looking at the team that Milan have got, looking at the team we put out, it is going to be a good standard for us to sort of, as the final pre-season game? Or do you look at it and think this might just be a sort of...
Of course. Serie A teams sometimes, fucking hell, 2 subs. That can't be right.
No, we have... It's a rolling thing. It's gone back to the 70s.
It would have, yeah.
The early 80s.
Nah, but I'm looking at that and I'm like, you know what? Like, AC Milan, like some Modric on the bench, there'll be at least a competent type of test. I think Italian teams at this stage of pre-season sometimes are still a little bit behind and the rest of Europe. I'm not sure. I think they sometimes occasionally start later.
Start a week later than the Premier League.
Start a week later. But for me, this should be a team that we should be beating, especially when United have aspirations of competing in the Champions League. You need these are the type of European opposition that usually give you a little bit of a different test stylistically than what you come up against in the Premier League. And think United just need to be focused on taking momentum into the whole City game. And with this being the last pre-season game, I think your mentality has to be to finish strong.
Yeah, and you think of the sort of stature of AC Milan, and I mean this with complete disrespect to Leeds, but nobody cares about beating Leeds in the pre-season. But if you take the scalp of AC Milan the week before you start the Premier League, you know, it's always a good sign. But Milan are going to play slow football, but I think it's on to Manchester United to take the sort of onus to them. And you have got the actual little extra bite with the Amorim angle there, and it'd be interesting come second half when Mainu and Rashford come on with, what did you say? Dagger in the heart, was it?
Dagger, man. It's just like that.
You hated Amorim though, didn't you? Like,
not personally, no.
Not as a man, but you hated the football, and you were very much.
I hated the managerial tenure, and what I hated the most, and I felt like what kind of accentuated my supposed hate towards the whole Amorim stint towards the end was obviously how distinctly divisive the fan base became with the whole Amorim in, Amorim out angle, where he had such naive, like blind-faithed, staunch defenders that weren't very reasonable. And I remember it just being a really, really kind of toxic time. I don't know if that kind of made it a little bit worse in terms of how I felt towards it, because my eyes weren't deceiving me. I could see I didn't like what I was seeing. I felt like the standards were dropping. I've never seen the amount of excuses made for a manager than by a fan base than when Amorim was in charge. And I just felt like I was being gaslit every weekend when I was watching it. And then, weirdly enough, usually the people that are like, say, manager out are usually seen as the kind of the toxic, the kind of, the ones that are quite vulgar or whatever. But it felt like the people that were on the Amorim should not be United manager side of it were actually just arguing based on what we were factually seeing and actual evidence and being quite reasonable. We felt like people that were defending him were just coming up with all these hypotheticals and excuses and then getting really defensive, almost being quite parasocial with him, rather than arguing a point, just being like insulting you. I just remember the period just being like,
it was very
it just wasn't a good time. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a good time for supporting Manchester United, and that's what kind of stuck with me. And I feel like since he's gone, I like the way that I'm feeling like when with like Carrick in charge.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I'll hold my hands up there though in terms of, I mean, I wasn't like antagonistic towards you with it, but I think a lot of it stemmed from desperation of Manchester United fans. Is because like you were supposed to be the one, you know, we'd gone through the sort of football of Ten Hag, and it's like, because I'm quite a cynical person or football fan, and with the Amorim thing, I was like, I'm going to try to be positive and get behind this.
I do feel like with you sort of,
I was like,
you'd had these conversations and you said more or less that you were like, look, I'm going to give it a go. And, you know, I think that made you double down a lot of the time. It was like, look, I'm sticking with this guy. And look, it didn't end well, and there wasn't much to shout about. There was a spell in October where he got manager of the month, where we beat Liverpool, we beat, was it Sunderland and Brentford, I think it was it?
Yeah.
And Bruno got player of the month as well. And you think, okay, maybe, you know, Liverpool-Anfield was a huge result. Last minute winner from Harry Maguire. You know, he made a big call in dropping or not playing Sesko, and that paid off. The look at that first goal, it was kind of like, that's exactly the tactic that showed that why I knew where he knew what he was doing. Okay, but that was it. That was that was the high point, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I feel like had he had a bit of the insurance policy of even still being in the Carabao, where you go, look, we've got a trophy, we can. Everyone, I know we haven't played in the FA Cup yet, but losing to Grimsby in the Carabao made everyone think we ain't going to win anything this season.
Yeah.
So you haven't got that. It was very, very difficult, because what I struggled with a lot of the time is I tried to be a bit more like you, Scotty, and really sort of buy into it. And there was some games where I did. I remember the 4-0 against Bournemouth. After that game, trying to be positive about it. I mean, we gave away the lead 3 times, and I was like, well, we scored 4 goals, a bit more attacking. Do you know what I mean? And you're thinking, I remember thinking, I'm trying to convince myself rather than anyone else.
It was harder to find a silver lining, an increasingly shitty cloud. It was.
A few people have mentioned, Joe genuinely did seem to sort of believe in Amorim or back him. And I think Joe's a little bit like that anyway. His default setting is, I'm going to try and see things from his point of view. He did it with Ten Hag, he did it with Amorim. I don't think that's a bad trait to have. I found myself really struggling at times to see what the thinking was behind certain decisions, especially when you'd be chasing a game and the change would be like Euro for heaven or whatever, and you're like, okay, I love Aiden, I think he's a great player. but is that the tactic or the change that's going to be the one for this one, or not just a defender for a defender or whatever? And it was difficult at times to sort of get into it, and then you go into Carrick's first game, and let's not forget as well, Carrick had a lot of players come back that weren't available towards the end of Amorim. You had the lads from the AFCON, Maguire came back from injury, so that helped him. But that City game, and it goes back even further than Amorim, I think that's one of the best performances I've seen post-Fergie.
Yeah.
I do. I think that game, that 2-0 scoreline, flat as City, it was not a 2-0 game. It should have been 3 or 4-0 that, and I will die on the hill that Mason Mount goal should have stood. I've watched that 100 times. I still don't know how they found out Cunha was offside. To me, it looks like he was onside. But I digress. That was a very, very good performance against a good team. And the Arsenal one after it, where Ronnie broke the telly, was just, that was it.
It's true, because he was winning matches against big sides. It's we're talking about back to the Amorim during the league. It's factual. Like, didn't he have he had the bottom 5 win percentage of managers that have managed in the Premier League or something ridiculous?
His win. People, this is where you get into this whole thing of people that want to back him, people that don't. And the argument when people would back him would be his loss percentage was very low. He didn't lose a lot of games. The argument when people that were criticising him will be, but his win percentage isn't very high because he drew a lot of games. And if you look at some of the games he drew, there was that spell, wasn't there, just before he got sacked, where I think it was Bournemouth, West Ham, Wolves, all at Old Trafford, and in all of those games you were winning. I think that was where people are going.
Was he not 14 losses in the league in like a calendar year or something ludicrous?
I don't think the first season, there was a lot. I think there was more. The second season, I don't think there was as many losses. It was just a lot of draws. I mean, there were some bad losses. They won at home to Everton.
Results were 3 away as well, though. The Bournemouth one was a prime example. So moving forward now then, what's the difference between Carrick and Amorim? Do you think that for Carrick to keep his job this year?
I think Carrick's just simplified things. Football can be quite simple sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think the players respond to it. There seems to be a level of freedom, a lot of clarity in terms of the tactical ideas, formation and system that's, I guess, as a framework is simple, understandable for players. It makes it easier for them to digest. And I think you're just seeing better football. And also, there were a lot of people that obviously were still hanging on to the whole Amorim tenure that were kind of like, any time that Carrick would have a game where he won, where the performance wasn't that great, that people were like, oh, he's getting lucky or whatever. When, to be fair, he did come across that there were certain ways that he wanted to play that he didn't feel like he had the right personnel for.
Yeah.
The same way that every manager that comes in, people are always like, wait until they get a transfer window, make sure, and wait until they get a little bit back in, then you can judge him a little bit more. This is why I thought this Carrick showed promise and showed some potential and some positives, and then you were seeing, can he build on it when he gets support in the transfer window, which we're in now. And he's got some support, but I don't think he's got enough so far. And because for me, I feel like Carrick showed me, even in pre-season, I still feel like I see things where I think there's a lot of potential in him as a gaffer and this team if he's maximised in terms of the support he gets from Ineos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm a lot more positive and optimistic about the season, especially when I'm taking into account our rivals, so I don't feel like a lot of them are very relatively in a solid place themselves.
Yeah, they've got new managers, haven't they? I think Carrick's actually one of the most long-standing managers out of the top 6, isn't he, that's going into the season. But what do you think in terms of the football that we can expect of Carrick? Because if you look at when he took over from Amorim, the brief was just to steady the ship. But now he's going to get a full season, hopefully.
Good question, yes.
What is Michael Carrick football? What is that?
Do you know what? I mean, I don't know yet. We've seen different styles in different games, haven't we? For me, I think the most important thing for Manchester United this season is sort of cementing ourselves as a Champions League club. When I say cementing, I don't mean in the tournament. I mean, let's get back-to-back season where we're in the Champions League. Let's get the narrative around us being in the Champions League consistently, because we've not done that post-Fergie. I think we had 2 seasons under Ollie, didn't we, where we finished in the top 3.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been 1 season in, 1 season out, 1 season in, 2 seasons out. It's, and there's loads of different connotations to that. One is obviously the money. Two is when you're sort of chatting to players and trying to convince players that you're a Champions League club, and it's like, well, are you? I just feel like as well, then your ambitions get bigger. It's like, well, we're all right. We're regularly challenging in the top 4. Now the ambition should be to challenge for the title. But you have to almost build up to it a little bit. I know people like me get giddy and say 21 is coming after, half a good season. But in reality, you have to build up to that. Arsenal built up to it, didn't they? Most teams built up to it.
Liverpool as well.
Liverpool, even City, if you go back to many, many years ago when all that dough came in, they finished, was it
it's not a shift overnight, is it?
Was it 5th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st? Usually you get that build. And I think that's where United are at the minute. Carrick needs to just do well this season, finish in that top 4 without any sort of loopholes. I don't want we finish sort of 5th on the last day on goal difference and that's enough. Well, technically you got champions, because then people are going to go comfortably in the Champions League. I think that's something to build on. And then from that, you become a sort of a more steady top end club. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not one of them, Scotty, who's, and I know people do care, you should. It's just me, I'm thick and simple. I'm not as bothered about his style of play, what it is. I just want us to get success. Do you know what I mean? I do. I'm more asked. Yes, I don't want to watch Dross, but I'm more asked about us getting challenging again, getting stability of the top end, not this whole, even when we finished 3rd under Ten Hag. I mentioned it earlier, we finished 3rd under Ten Hag, won a trophy. That should have been a great season, but even that's a bit tainted because we lost the cup final to City, we got battered at Anfield, and then the following season we finished 8th. Do you know what I mean? And yes, we had a much better time in the FA Cup, but there was no sense of stability there, was there?
I think you could. I think in the same way you were talking about like Champions League, or winning the league, or going far the Champions League, you need to build your way up there. I think a style of football play has to be developed. You need stability in the foundation from that to grow on, rather than the manager come in and say, right, this is how we're playing now. You have to build a squad. I've just been watching that Jose Mourinho documentary.
Is it any good, that?
I really enjoyed it, but I'm a Jose Mourinho fanboy, so I'm always going
nothing. Look, do you know what? Right, there's nothing wrong with being a Jose Mourinho fanboy. Someone sent me a screenshot of my bald head in it as well, so I'm technically in that documentary.
Is that your bald head?
In a press conference.
Right, I thought I recognised it.
But I loved Jose at the time, and I had a laugh with him once at a presser. It wasn't quite the drama that it became. But I think with Jose, that was an example of what was wrong with this club and the way we did things, especially after we finished 2nd.
Yeah.
You look at that 19 points behind Manchester City, and you bring in Fred. I know you love Fred. Jose didn't. And you know how we know that? Because he fucking told us. He just basically said he didn't want him. Delo, who was a youngster, who, I quite like Delo, but that version of Delo isn't the one we've got now. This was a kid who had to go out on loan before he was really
He went to Milan, right?
Yeah. So that isn't any use to someone who's chasing, 100 points Manchester City and Lee Grant. And I keep saying this and it sounds bizarre, United should not have signed Lee Grant, and that's no disrespect to the kid, but it made it look comical.
After the bald union.
I'm sorry, Lee. And people that I've worked with him say he's a nice guy, but that just was like added insult to injury. I think that sent Jose over the edge.
Wounds,
I genuinely think that was like his head went with that. It was like, we've got your free signings. Oh right, if you got me, you've gone out there and got me a starting striker. What? No. Have you got me a midfielder, an attacking midfielder like one? Have you got me Harry Maguire that I wanted? Who? No, we've got you a kid from Portugal who'll be ready in about 5 years. We've got you a player that you don't want, and you've said you don't want, but City didn't want him either. So we've got him, and we've got you a third choice goalkeeper. And you can see his head just went, didn't it? Because you talk about Amrim setting fire to things on his way out. There was certain decisions that Jose did, and I will down the hill as well, that he wanted out, he'd had enough, and he did things because me and you spoke about this before. The game at West Ham where he took off Lindelof and left McTominay in defence. The game at Chelsea where Andy Martial was on for an hat-trick and he took him off. The game at Anfield where they were getting down our left-hand side, so he took Delo off, who was actually having an alright game, and put Fellaini there. Like come on.
He makes self-sabotage an art, though, doesn't he? You know?
He didn't even hide it when you look back at these things.
He loves a mutiny in it.
I am not having this shit. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to show you I'm not having it. And he's that manager that can sort of has that ego and that sort of ability to do it flagrantly. Yeah. Where you're not even going, that's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? He's like, you know what?
And he's ready for when you question him a lot.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So I actually, part of me, finds it actually hilarious, but the other part of me doesn't, because I don't like losing to Liverpool or fucking losing to West Ham, so it wasn't nice. Or losing 3-0 at home to Spurs.
Because he'd go into like a post-match press conference after that, and a journalist will ask him about his decision, and he'll just respond back saying, "How many Premier League titles have you?"
Yeah.
Oh, stop. It'll be like that. It'll be like,
You to ask me.
You need to ask me, like, have you coached a Champions League win before? Like,
Right, I'll tell you what. I've won 2 Champions Leagues. How many have you won?
Yeah.
None. Right, shut up. That's what I mean. And the sad thing was with Jose, I feel like there was an opportunity there to get it right with him, to maybe just win. I don't think he'd have been here for a long time. I think he's never been anywhere a long time.
Is this the second time? Is this when he came, or are you going back to when we should have got him, really?
Well, that's 2 different questions. We should have got him after Fergie.
Does life change? Does Manchester United change if that?
I think we win. I actually think if we get him after Fergie, we win the 2015 title, not the 2014 one.
Right. Because it takes a while for him to...
Because people might go, well, Jay, Rio had 1 more season in him, maybe in the man you did, maybe Evra.
Van Persie.
But I think if you look at that season, City and Liverpool were very, very strong that season. And Jose usually, I think he'd always won a title in his second season. Up until United.
First season at Chelsea, didn't he win his first season at Chelsea?
Was it
2004, 2005?
Oh, right, yeah, no, that's bollocks, isn't it? He's not always won it in his second season, because he must have won it in his first season. But he's always won it within 2 seasons, I think, at a club. And I think he could have maybe won it in 2015 with us. But at least done better than Moyes did in that first season. Yeah. Because that first season under Moyes...
The drop-off from Ferguson to Moyes was just far too much.
Yeah, it was pretty shambolic.
Yeah.
And that was a shame, because Jose would have got a much better tune out of that team and kept a lot of those players that had success and winning by the time he arrived.
Yo, mate, Andy Mitten there, isn't he?
Andy Mitten's like just doing everything, isn't he?
He's doing the rounds, him, innit?
Yeah, he's been everywhere. But people a lot of people saying like, oh, Mitten's get heavily involved in this and that of the club, but he's been doing it for a while. I remember, I think he did the Casemiro interview, because he speaks Portuguese. Because I remember we was in a mix zone in Thailand, I think it was, and they brought out Fred, and I said to the media guy, I said, when Andy's finished with him, can I have a chat with him? And he said, yeah, if you speak Portuguese. And I went, no. He went, Andy's doing it in Portuguese. I went, of course, I'll leave it there.
People don't realise how long Andy's been doing this sort of gig, though, does this? Like, since the 80s, he's put the groundwork in, I know.
He does a very difficult job as well.
He's just honing the art of English.
Have I honed the art of English?
That's a good point from...
Are you bilingual?
Witter's 33.
What?
Do you speak any other language?
Oh, no, it's a bit of Italian.
Okay. Witter's 33 says, think Jose would have got better signings over the line as well. Yeah, because in that first season, was it Fellaini?
Yeah, and overpriced Fellaini at that.
Yeah, and Mata in January. So I think he would have made... Because you don't forget, when Jose came in, we brought in Pogba, Mkhitaryan and Zlatan. Like, he usually gets signings, doesn't he, when he arrives at a club, but he didn't get them in the second season. But I think he probably would have got some better players in as well. Who knows? Guts Doyle says, Croke Park and the Amarim drama, good way to open the Amazon doc covering the journey to 21. Love that. What do you make of the fact there's a documentary going on about United?
I'm excited to see it. This is why surely we are going to, like... I think there's a bomber coming within the next week and a bit, and I think United want to make sure that this Amazon doc isn't one where we're laughing stock. We want to be successful, we want to be winning, we want to be entertaining.
Yeah, so. Spurs is the Mourinho's box office and that. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, when he was talking to...
was it Son?
Son gets injured, doesn't he? And he says to his assistant, we're fucked. He's got no Kane, he's got no Son. He's got like no strikers, and he's
what was the one where... Was that the one where Son almost scrapped... was it Vicario? He almost scrapped the keeper.
Danny Rose, innit? Is that where Danny Rose is saying he's going to train at home and he's guarded?
Yeah.
He says, if I'm not in a team, I'll just train at home.
I think he lives in Manny now, Danny Rose. I see him quite often in and around.
What amazes me about that is you think a player saying that to Jose, especially someone who's not that good. Like, Jose will lose his shit. And Jose was like, yeah, no worries. Yeah, if you want.
Crack on.
Yeah.
I don't need you anyway.
That was a bit bad, that, wasn't it? Because was it Danny Rose who was waiting for Inter, was it, to come in for him? And he was like, has anyone? And they were like, no. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I felt a bit bad than that. This is what I mean. If it goes wrong, it can go wrong.
Yeah.
Someone's saying Son and Larice had a scrap during half time.
Yeah,
was that the one as well where Who's the guy that you went to buy? Is it Eric Dyer?
Yeah,
Yeah. Did he do an Eric? Not an Eric
went
Dyer.
to the stands,
yeah.
didn't he?
He did a fucking Spurs Eric Cannonade when he went in stands and didn't actually fight anyone.
He just went to stick it on the person.
Yeah, I went running after him and then just nothing happened. But yeah, the good thing about that dog is the club was an absolute mess. I'm hoping ours is more like we're winning something or we're doing well.
Does happen though. That it's hilarious though, because obviously sports people aren't allowed to really, and they receive harsher punishments for approaching fans in the crowd or whatever and stuff like that. It becomes a bit more of an ordeal and a bigger thing. Never really happens often in football sometimes, but it happens a lot in basketball as well, where because obviously as a fan they say some mad shit to the players, and obviously you're professional, you learn to hear it and almost like ignore it, but sometimes something gets said and they're like, yo, I'm gonna step to this guy at some point about it. It's in basketball sometimes, and then it becomes a bit of a thing where the actual player usually gets punished for it, for disciplinary, even if they don't like touch him or anything.
Really?
It's mad.
What's that one? I watched that Untold series a few months ago, and there was that one. Is it the Malice at the Palace where the basketball players all started fighting everyone?
Yeah,
that was mental.
I think that was Meta World Peace. Someone from the crowd threw a drink, and it hit him like in the head. So he's just gone up there and just kind of like started one-hammering him. I think he was banned for nearly 12 months, you know.
People were saying like that team was like could have done something special, like could have done well.
Yeah,
because that was like their opportunity.
I think Steven Jackson, a couple of their best players got banned for like 8 months, 12. So obviously just completely fucked.
Yeah, and I think some of them went on to do well elsewhere.
Yeah,
but because I'm not into my American sports like you are, but those documentaries, them Untold. The sad thing is, right? They're on Netflix, Untold series. So let me know if you've watched any of them. The American ones are mint because it tells you all these different stories of like NBA or the NFL or whatever, or college basketball, whatever. All these different like sort of things that have gone on, like Aaron Hernandez and things like that. But they did an English one. And it was Jamie Vardy, Vinnie Jones, and Liverpool winning the fucking title. I was like, what's this shite?
Nah, I thought that.
Yeah, so
I don't have Netflix anyway.
Do you know? Is that you say it like it's some sort of moral decision? There
I've had it in it. It's because I've got.
I don't have Netflix anyway. Like,
it's weird because I have Disney Plus and Apple TV.
Right. Okay.
I don't have Netflix.
Yeah.
I have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And I have. Amazon Prime I get through one of my other subscriptions, so I don't actually pay for it individually. And obviously,
OnlyFans.
Nope. It's a stick of fire.
Oh right. I knew you was up to something because the way you said it, I thought that's why I made the joke about OnlyFans. I'm a nightmare for channels because the bad thing is there's always something on one of the channels that someone in our house wants to watch, whether it's Disney Plus, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Netflix. So. Honestly, I think we've got about 20 different channels and it's ridiculous because I have this weird thing as well, like I'm not too keen on having them sticks. I used to.
That's what's a stick of fire. I just don't want to
incriminate myself. Yeah, I don't want to incriminate himself.
Got love Eastern Europe.
Yes.
Where is it? Poland? Is it Poland?
Yeah. Ronnie just admiring the kit that United are in there.
It's the first time they've wore this kit?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. I think this is... What do you make of the sort of verticalness of it, the emblems on it?
I've got one, what do you mean?
No, give me all that. You can see how different it is, because it's like, usually a kit has things there. This is just like a line in it.
Right, okay.
A line of emblems. So it's quite different,
right.
the way they've done it, the style. I can't recall a United kit ever looking like this before in terms of the layout, because there's no... sort of name for the sponsors, just the emblem, and it's all sort of, rather than being the badges here and the emblem there, it's one line. So that's why I'm asking you what you think of it.
I've not, to be honest, I've not really had much of a look at it.
Right, we'll have a butchers in a minute when you see it properly, and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts as well, please, in the chat. Nidge18 says RIP. Webby, thank you for that. We've had loads of comments about Webby and appreciate it. Thoughts, as always, with his family as well. Soccer, the Devil says, that kit is sick. It's my favourite this season. I like that kit. I think it looks clean, says Samsonat. Kit's beautiful, says Starman. Right, okay. P. John P4 says, new guy here had some sub from elsewhere, as you can imagine. Well, welcome to our channel. I hope you don't unsub from us. Samsonite says, worst fan moment, a drunk Danish fan ran onto the pitch and attacked the referee, 89th minute at 3-3, and ref pulls the game, Sweden wins 3-0. Jesus.
You ever been on the pitch? You ever run on the pitch yourself?
I'm being genuine here now, because I don't know, not really. No, I haven't. I've never done a pitch invasion. Have you?
Yeah, the FA Cup semi-final 1999 against Arsenal.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but it took ages to get onto the pitch. So we'd won the game.
Yeah.
And then all the stewards were sort of trying to close ranks, and my dad managed to get in. So I thought, there's no chance I'm not getting on the pitch. So I had to sort of dive between these two stewards and then do a forward roll on the pitch. And then you had all the Arsenal fans were charging towards the United fans, trying to have a bit of rumble on there. And United fans weren't backing down and charged towards them, and it's just like fucking Lord of the Rings going on. But yeah, it was good.
It was a bit. We spoke to some lads at Croke Park who got on the pitch, because it was funny because these two kids got on the pitch, and I'm not encouraging it, but you know, so fucking what? Come on, let's be real. But they got on the pitch and had selfies and that, and then got off the pitch, and they told us that the security got him and took him down the tunnel. And then they were like, oh, this is fucking Christmas has come early, because now we can get selfies with all the other players that are down the tunnel. So they did. And they were showing them us. But then it got to the point where I thought they were going to abandon the game at Croke Park, because then you have different pockets of people running on the pitch. It starts getting a bit like everyone starts doing it.
Yeah.
And they did a tannoy announcement, and the referee blew the game up early. It's like 90th minute, 10 seconds, and was like, right, we've got penalties. And they said if anyone does a pitch invasion, the game's going to get called off. And thankfully didn't, because we got to win the Boyle Sports Cup, which is the most important trophy.
Are we on for a treble today? Is there a trophy behind
no,
us?
I don't. Is this does this? That's a shame. Imagine winning the treble against Ruben Amorim. We've already got the Snapdragon and the Boyle Sports Cups. They're banked already in the trophy cabinet. So we can, if we could add to it, we'd be laughing. How do you seriously think?
Have you already spoke about the kit? Is that what you're speaking?
Yes.
About? I'm not a fan of the kit.
No?
I don't like...
Scotty's not seen it.
I've not really seen it yet.
He's waiting to see the full glory of it. How genuinely do you think we'll do this season, Scotty?
I think top 4.
Okay.
I don't think... I think some of our rivals will improve. But if you look at Liverpool, City, Chelsea have all got new managers. I don't think all of them will hit the ground running. So I'm hoping that because we've had a bit of stability with Carrick being there since January, I think that we might get off to a decent start. It all depends on where the goals are going to come from, and hopefully Sesko coming back as soon as possible.
Ronnie.
Yes.
I believe you correct me if I'm wrong, because I often get things mistaken, that you think Sesko could have a season this season.
I'm a big believer in Sesko, huge. That's why I'm so disappointed. I had big expectations of him going into the season. I thought he could get 15 plus league goals. I feel like the team that was getting built around him and obviously Carrick and his attacking philosophy, which does seem pretty exciting and pretty good. I was just thinking, there's a jump there that he can make, where I feel like he becomes one of the better strikers in the world. But him not getting a pre-season obviously kind of halts that to begin the season, which is frustrating for me, because I was excited about his potential.
I haven't seen him pre-season, right? I don't know if he was in Ireland. I didn't see him. But I spoke to people, and everyone's saying he looks ridiculous.
How huge he is now, yeah.
Saying like they've never seen anything like it. Because he's already tall, but now he's like henge. Everyone was like, all the journalists and everyone was saying like, Sesko looks like a fucking mountain. I'm hoping it's not like you were mentioning earlier, the Lukaku scenario where he's slowed down to a crawl and he's knackered after 3 minutes because he's carrying so much weight.
You wonder how that's going to affect his game, though, don't you? Because his pace was
huge. And I'm hoping he's not, reinvented himself, because I don't think he needed that. Yeah. You want him to have added to his game. If he's added a bit of strength, brilliant. Well, a lot of strength by the look of him, but from the reports, that'd be great.
You want him to still be that box monster, though, innit?
Yeah.
Here we go
then.
Is it Poland's national stadium?
It is some stadium, though.
No. It's not.
You seem genuinely annoyed at that, then.
No, it's just because of the size of it. That's why I wasn't annoyed.
It's not. What's going on?
How dare they not do it?
That's not the national stadium. They want to fix up. Yeah, Dorky on the left
marking
there.
Dorky.
Go on, son.
Don't cut back, cross it in.
Go on. Ooh, yeah, I thought you were just going to lever that in. Is that a corner? Is it a save?
Yeah. I think that was intended. Was that a cross or a shot? Yeah, I don't know, the piling on of the logos and the kit.
That Torriani looks about 6, doesn't he?
Doesn't it?
That's a shot, that Ronnie.
Right. That could have been a one. That could have been an absolute dream. Imagine he's got to have 40 seconds. Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, because I think he looked up, so no one was in a box and thought, you know what?
Fuck it.
And lever it.
I tell you what, this is the most obvious statement of obvious statements. Andre Santos has impressed me this summer. He's looked good, you know.
Well, I think he's the best midfielder in the league.
I don't think there's any humour in that at all.
Go.
Yeah. He is the best midfielder in the league. Well said.
Great bit of business by Chelsea, wanted to take Garnacho off us and then sell Santos. I mean, that was some fucking...
Should have seen
United are guilty of some stupid business moves.
He's gone to Villa.
I know, now he's gone to Villa.
You should have seen the clips of his first Villa game as well.
Was it as bad as you expect?
Looked like he hadn't touched the football before, remember?
No, I don't know what's happened. It genuinely looks like he fell off a cliff.
Couldn't happen to him.
Go on! Yeah! Yeah! One already! Listen! 6 more!
Here we go.
Listen, I straight up.
Big H.
Don't stop!
That's shocking marking. That he had a completely free header there about the edge of the 6-yard box.
We want 6. No, actually, 6. That's being... listen.
I love Ronnie's got early. Ronnie wants 10-0. Ronnie wants us to break the record. Is it Anderlecht 10-0 the record? Ronnie wants us to break our record for biggest win ever. Hey.
Yeah.
It's always mad, isn't it, like pre-season? Because you see like United fans there who... This might be the only game they watch United in the flesh. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And it's like, but it's pre-season. Do you go all out limbs? In fact, just shrugs him off, doesn't he? There is someone marking him. He just bullies him. Move
Great
you.
whippers, floaty.
Move you. Have that. Oh, that's a good header. That's
good header.
stuff.
And that's why you should have taken him to the World Cup.
Don't get me started. Mate, if I had my way, we would have took half the United squad. I'm not even exaggerating.
Will we sack Amorim tonight? Because I think that fans are not happy with him already. But to be fair, we scored hella early the last game, and then it just felt like it derailed, didn't it?
Yeah. It's weird pre-season as well, because obviously you change the team a lot, don't you, halfway through. And there's always that element of people don't want to get injured and stuff. It's like you don't want to go too giddy.
We should know their system. We should know their system, though, no? You should be familiar with this, how to play against it. The players.
Carrick waits to the dressing room and says, right, lads, we're playing 3-5-2 today.
Yeah. 2 number 10s.
Yeah.
You know the drill. Hey. What do you make of the whole Mason Mount situation, Scott?
What, that is made of paper mache?
It's just a shame,
yeah.
Because after the Atletico game, is it? People going, okay, maybe, you know, there could be someone we can use here.
I think before we were talking about Ruben Amorim, where we were sort of trying to cling our hats on very sort of, you know, little sprouts of optimism. And I think Mason Mount sort of epitomises that in the footballer players. Because there's certain times
we're in there.
Where we've seen him play and think, oh yeah, he's got something there, or score a goal. And then you just can't carry a player that's been injured for that long. It's just and in a position that's quite vital for Manchester United, I think, as well.
I just thought that makes them realise that, and I'm not wishing injury on him, obviously, but the fact that he's already injured, not available.
But it's like, it's predictable, though, isn't it? It's like death taxes and Mason Mount gets injured.
Yeah, because there was just some noise wanted about maybe if we don't get over midfielder, Mount can be that guy. But if he can't even get through pre-season, and he's not been at the World Cup or anything like that, he should be ready to go. It's not his fault, obviously.
I feel for the lad.
Yeah, I'm not having to dig at him. He's not chosen to be injured. But that should be a reminder that we can't rely on him, and we have to go out and get that other midfielder.
But it was a strange signing in the first place. Like
initially, I think you've been very vocal on this one, haven't you? You were pretty infuriated with the whole scenario, with the whole not waiting 9 months till he was out of contract and giving him a big deal and spending 50 million quid on him and helping Chelsea buy Cole Palmer and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I just feel like as good as Mason Mount's been in pre-season, you just see there's no reliability there in terms of his durability.
Yeah, it's
kind of makes
he's not someone I don't think you can rely on. That's
you can't get rid of him though.
Well, if you were a club looking at someone, he's on decent money and he's on like 200. He's one of the bigger earners because he signed under the old regime, so he's on about 240k a week, I think. And obviously, because we were qualified for the Champions League, I think he'll have qualified for that pay increase. So.
Yeah, I think people look to Capology and that isn't all the way accurate, saying he's only under 200, but I think it goes up 25%.
Yeah,
in the Champions League year. So Mason Mount's going to be on arguably top 3 earners.
Can I, how much is Rashford on for not even been playing?
325, I think.
Go.
Yeah, we're in here.
That's a pen.
Mate,
Could he have gone down there?
Can we have a replay of the first goal?
Can Ahmad have gone down there?
Let's have a look here now. That's Ahmad at his best, that, isn't it? Just
If he's gone down there, maybe.
oh no, he
should have gone down when he got grabbed.
yeah. The actual when he kicked, by the time he's kicked the ball,
yeah.
it was a tackle in it, but when he's got his arm round him.
Ahmad, you're too honest, lad. He's
looking brighter lately, Ahmad. I like it. Man. I like it.
That's his specialty, though.
Had a good World Cup, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It's a good dig. Hold. That's a terrible pass.
That.
Get up. No way, is that a foul? What? Who's this ref? One of the Prem refs, isn't he?
Simon Marciniak.
Oh, that was so soft. That's the only thing I liked about the World Cup. The threshold for fouls in the World Cup felt like it was higher than club football.
The what? Sorry,
the threshold for fouls.
Yeah. There was some games. Was it France versus someone? France Paraguay was it, where it was mental. Like some of the fouls that were going on there unpunished.
Yeah, but I felt like they weren't as strict with the contact. Like they were, like that wouldn't have been a foul.
Yeah.
In the World Cup.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah. Like there was games where I watched I think it's France Paraguay. There was one where France players was getting booted all over the gaff. It was like a proper old school game. And I don't think Paraguay got a yellow card.
In terms of the World Cup compared to others, how did you sort of fare? I only watched one game the whole tournament, and that's because I was doing the Watchalong in here.
Can't believe that.
Seriously, England versus Ghana. Was it Ghana?
That's a talent night, you know.
I was
watching one game out of like.
I love football.
What are you doing?
I just completely lost any.
Who was that then?
That was Bruno's fault.
Selling. It started off well. The thing with the World Cup, though, I feel like it was slightly skewed because you had extra teams. You had like certain games where it felt like teams and players were almost stat padding because you're playing against teams that really shouldn't have been there. So there's a few games I watched where I was thinking, what even is this? But I thought it was a decent tournament. There's a lot of drama obviously off the pitch, wasn't there? Controversy and stuff. I wouldn't say it was in my top 3.
Right, okay.
For
top
football.
3 being.
I think for me the best World Cups. When I think of top World Cups, I think Italian. I love that tournament. Might be just nostalgic.
The football was shit though. The games they were like.
You say that, but there were certain things that I love about that game. Like
David Platt's
Cameroon was mint, beating Argentina in the opening game. England obviously doing well, getting to the semis. So I used to love Schillaci as well. You know, Baggio obviously his goal as well was it against Czechoslovakia or Yugoslavia? Sorry. 98 was very good, wasn't it? Even though I hated all the. See, 94 was mint apart from the final, wasn't it?
The final was terrible.
Yeah, but
the game's up to it.
Yeah, that was a great tournament. That, to be fair,
I remember it well.
Yeah, how old are you then?
In
94.
94. -4.
So
-4. You were born in France 98.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Typical YouTuber. I didn't watch it. I wasn't born.
Fucking glory on us. You just become a United fan the year we got bloody Treble.
Yeah,
hello. Yeah, that's it.
Born September 98, so that's what.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was convenient.
Yeah, United were in trouble when I'm 6 months old. I'll support them. Pathetic. That's a red card!
It's a red?
He's
not going to give him a red in the pre-season.
Mate, he could have killed him.
The Reds in pre-season carry over to the league.
They do with you Paul Scholes, don't they? Do you remember? Was it Scholes who got a red card in that tournament and he carried it over? Not that bitter.
Yeah. That's what we want from Tielemans, though. He's got that.
Mate.
He's got that pass in his locker, innit?
Yeah, he has.
Do you think Mainoo's fell down the pecking order now then with this?
It's too early to tell it, I think. Because I think almost as soon as we signed Tielemans, everyone was like, that's it. But I don't know because obviously Carrick likes Mainu. I don't know what his thinking is. Is it just going to be literally Tielemans and Santos start every game and Mainu sub, or is he going to rotate it? Or
going to need to rotate given the amount of games. But just personally from your
this
point
is the
of view,
question.
what's your
I think if it's a cup final, personally, I think Kobe Mainu will end up starting it.
Ahead of?
Probably Tielemans. I think Santos
You
is
start
already.
Mainu over Tielemans given the experience of both players?
I think Carrick will. If it was a cup final.
Would you, though?
You know my thoughts on Kobe Mainu. I fucking love him.
Ooh,
I love Tielemans, but Mainu's my favourite player.
Yeah,
That's one of the reasons I had an issue with Amorim. And I said that from day one.
Yeah.
I just thought it was... People forget, right, in that first season, it went under the radar, but we went to the Etihad and he didn't start Mainu. And I knew then there was something going on. Because...
Yeah, but then he started Mainu up front in one of the games.
Against Crystal Palace, yeah. And I remember thinking, how's he not starting Kobe in this game? But Mason Mount got injured after 5 minutes, and came on, and everyone just sort of forgot about it. But it's quite telling to me that. Do you know what I mean? When you're thinking, wow, that's like a massive game and you're not starting him. But look, I love Youri Tielemans. I was buzzing we signed him, so I won't be losing any sleep if it is Tielemans starting. I think they're both mint.
What do you think's our strongest midfield then, Mona?
I'm not quite sure, you know. I think because I was always under the illusion that Mainu was a top player, but I feel like with the trio that we've got in the midfield, it's like you can go either or with a lot of the starting lineups. But I think Santos, because of the player he is, I think he's probably the one that I think's nailed on to start.
I agree with that.
So he's started six.
It's mad, that, isn't it? Already,
Yeah.
I agree. I think he is.
Yeah.
So is it still a case of what at Mainu last season, whether it's either or with Bruno then, do you think?
No, I don't know.
I think Mainu will probably get the start though, once everyone's fit. And rotate Tielemans in.
Thing is with Tielemans and Mainu, like they are gonna miss games anyway.
These are the headaches you want though.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Also,
That's the joys of having a big, you know.
We were
big
talking about
squad.
this with Dave Scott, and you'll know it better than anyone. Like everyone looks at Nicky Butt as a United legend, and rightly so. Like there was a time for about 7 years when if everyone's fit, he wouldn't have started.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but he played like 300 games for United or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? But because we had so many games, and also you can have injuries and suspensions and different tactics, and do you know what I mean? Just rotation. You needed that. And it's like we've sort of been starved of it as United fans, where because we've been terrible, barely ever in the Champions League, and when we are, we're never challenging for out, that it's just been a given that, you know, your best players always start every single game, and there isn't any rotation unless it's...
Well, I can't remember any football team that's won the league that was the same starting 11 week in, week out.
No. I think the closest was Leicester, wasn't it? But not...
That was probably out like necessity.
And also, as well, I shouldn't even bring that up, because I always say you can't count Leicester. You know, the Leicester argument.
Did Tielemans win the league? Was he at Leicester?
No, he won the FA Cup from, didn't he? Obviously scored in the final, but he wasn't there when he won the league.
Where did he come from before Leicester? Monaco, yeah.
Bit of a...
From Monaco to Manchester.
Ronnie?
Oh, sorry.
Anderlecht.
Right.
Good cross, that.
I loved how he pissed off all the Villa fans this week.
What did he say? I missed what I saw his apology.
I'm paraphrasing. He said Villa were fucking wank.
Right, okay.
And I'm glad I've come to Manchester.
Right, well... Great save.
That is
something
hey,
like
Senelomans there.
Words.
Come on, man, wake up.
Gotten scrappy.
I know.
We have a couple of breakaways where it's just where Bruno just gives the ball away a couple of times. You know, he's assist attempt, every pass type of vibe.
Do you think that's going to crank up now? He's got Tielemans there. He's going to be like, right, what's this? Yeah, fuck you. Show you, boss it. Right, this is my job. You start doing this. No, that's not what you're here for. I'll do that, son. Is there any chance we can turn the fan down a bit?
Yeah.
I've got a hoodie on and my hands are cold.
Honest to God, it's so... I don't know what you... Yeah. It's actually a bit mad.
We're under the fan here. I think it's warmer over there. Because I'm literally cold with hoodie on.
It's actually insane how cold it is down
my
here.
hands are cold.
Every time I'm on here, it's like I'm being frozen alive. I don't know.
I know, man. I was went to tight end and my hands were here. My hands are cold here. I go and stick my gloves on.
Yeah. Starting to block a bit now. Oh, it's just crazy.
Someone's saying Leicester are fucked.
Leicester are fucked.
Yeah, Milton Keynes will be getting a second club. Says Giles Miles.
What was the score? So,
drew,
was it
didn't
1-1?
they,
1-1? Yeah, it was 1-1, I think.
Oh, did they? Harvey will be happy.
Russell Martin and that.
They went up, didn't they, Bolton? They beat Stockport, was it, in the final?
Football is back, boys. Charity Shield tomorrow as well. Do you care about that? Do you have a dog in the fight? Just want City to lose.
Is it City and Arsenal?
City Arsenal. Are you bothered?
Watching EastEnders or something.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Of course I'll be watching that.
Do you just want? Because you hate Arsenal, don't you?
Yeah, but I've got no. Nah, but
do you not care?
That's a
it's
game.
friendly.
It's a game where whoever loses, I win. I don't know. Them ones.
Yeah.
There's someone to laugh at whoever loses.
Yeah, be nice to get in some injuries tomorrow. That's what maybe look. Injury watch.
There will be a storyline I can spin into some sort of hate and banter, no matter what the result. City have
People
finished.
get giddy, don't they, after the Charity Shield or the Community Shield? See people getting just mad excited.
What, as though it's some sort
Like,
of
was it when they were like
indicator
Nunes played well in it, and everyone was like, "Was Haaland shit?" and all this, and it's like, really?
Where's he now?
Nunes.
Yeah, where did he go? Saudi.
I think he did. Saudi. Let's have a look.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to see his stats and that.
It feels similar to last game. Feel like we scored and then just stopped playing. Not keeping the ball the best.
He's only 27, Darwin Nunes.
Yeah, he was a young lad when he went to Liverpool, like very young. I think when he went to Liverpool, he was like 22.
And he's like
27 sounds about right, actually.
6 goals in 16 games in the Saudi Pro League last season. Man, okay.
Yeah,
It's a bit weird, isn't it? He had that mega season at Benfica, didn't he? 34 goals in 41 games.
You backing Arsenal for your favourites for the league? No?
We're favourites for the league, Scotty, come on.
I'm just double checking. Ronaldo? Who's favourites for the league?
Arsenal.
Mate, where's my internet? My internet's gone on funny.
Is Joe over there? Yeah.
No, Joe's away. We've got Maka and Ben, producer Ben. So just them two for this one. So we've sort of staggered it this pre-season. Joe did the first 3 games, I think.
Yeah.
Maka's done the last 2, I think. And obviously this one as well. So
Cool. Quite rare for United to have a European pre-season, isn't it?
yeah, it is actually. This is the first time, I think, certainly post-COVID. Yeah, we've had some decent trips.
It was like the first time we've been in there for a while now, isn't it?
Yeah, we've.
Do you reckon scoring early maybe made us score a little bit slack off?
Yeah, definitely. Glenn F says, "Class top that, Jay." Thank you, Glenn. There's a link in the chat to our merch site. If you go and check that out. Talking to Leicester, did you see what Russell Martin said today?
No.
Said that there was a bid that came in for Louis Page during the summer.
Yeah, I think it's on the verge of being done, that one. Louis Page to United. Is that might be the final? That might be the final.
I think there's something going to happen there. Finn was all over that as well, to be fair.
That might be the final signing of the summer, you reckon?
Finn who writes for us, Finn Picknett.
Do you reckon?
He's in at the under-16s in a minute in Holland. What, you think that might be the final signing?
Yeah.
I think we could buy him, but I don't think he'll be the final signing.
Not big enough name.
I just feel like he's just 18 years old from League One. I mean, he's obviously a very, very talented lad. But I just feel like it's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation considering what we need to do. So like, I'm all for buying him. I think he'd be a good player for the future, but I just feel like you'd have to still, for me, go and get another one. Mexican wave. Jesus Christ.
That's how bad the football is.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they've said about the squad numbers not being right.
Didn't they do that one year where we signed someone and then they took a different number and everyone had gone out and got...
Everyone went with 9, didn't they? When he first signed.
Is that what happened?
I remember like
recently when Ronaldo came back, and I think people might have got like whoever was number 7 at the time, and then they got the
Cavani, because they swapped it, didn't they? Because they took it off Cavani, didn't they?
Yeah.
And gave it to Ronnie.
I'm sure there was some sort of thing where if you went back to the mega store, you could get the name taken off.
Get involved in the chat and let us know what he's on about. Because it rings a vague bell. Someone's saying Memphis Depay.
Who was getting Depay on the shirt?
I don't know. Maka and Ben bumps into someone with Borthwick Jackson on the shirt last night. Bit random, innit? You don't see that very often. Fair play.
What's the cost per
letter? It's a dear one, isn't it?
He's not just put BJ on his back, is he?
Yeah. What's going on here?
I don't know. The ref's a bit one-sided though.
Yeah, he's on the payroll, allegedly.
I feel like we can have a physical tackle that's like 50-50-ish without it being given, and then when we get knocked over.
Glenn F, or Glenn AF 17, has been a member of the Academy for 65 months, says, good to see Scotty and Motty in the same shot again. Don't you do the Agony Uncles anymore? More coming on that front. Plus, you ever get any damage merch cheaper, Jay, as I'm NFA. Right. We'll do some prize draws soon, son. Keep watch this space.
Too good to go.
Yeah, too good to go. Yeah, we're talking about that earlier, weren't we, off camera? That's more
surprised we got given that one. Refs finally give us something.
Someone saying, Aaron Watts says, I had Beckham 10 when we signed Sheringham, he took 10, and then Bex took 7. Yeah, because Eric retired, didn't he? That summer. Because Beckham was he 24? Yeah. Well, he was 24, then 10. Then obviously 7.
Fucking hell, Bruno.
I feel like the number 7 shirt United's been killed now as a thing.
Yeah, there's more dross than diamonds in there.
Yeah, it's been more missed in it, hasn't it? For a long time.
Well, since who was the last legend to wear it? Ronaldo? First time.
Incantation of Ronaldo.
But who since then? Di Maria, Owen, Depay, Mount, and he hardly wears his. Valencia. Valencia gets it, but Sanchez. Fuck the piano, man. It's just shocking.
Yeah, he said it.
Di Maria.
Cavani had it one season, didn't he? Cavani was alright as a 7, to be fair.
Yeah, alright.
But he wasn't iconic, amazing.
I think it's lost its mystique.
But then you look at the good. So Beckham, Cantona.
Hey up.
Go
on.
But Best wore 11 more than 7, didn't he?
He did, but people because he wore it sometimes. We'll count him. Robbo, obviously.
Cantona, Beckham, Robbo, Best.
And Ronnie.
Always looked a bit tight.
So that's like 7-5 for dickheads versus diamonds.
It's just you've got some of the, like Robbo and Eric are just completely iconic, aren't they?
Yeah,
and then obviously Best is as well, but like
I'd say them 3 pillars of Manchester United.
What's going on here?
Is it a water?
Oh, look, this is the shit that you get from having a World Cup in America. All this nonsense.
They weren't water breaks in other games, though, were they?
No, I don't think so.
It's not that hot in Poland.
Why is there a water break?
I don't know.
Amarin looks like he's lost weight, doesn't he?
It's quite of a tan.
It's quite butchering, is it, United?
33 degrees there.
It's 33 degrees there, so we'll allow them.
It was 35 degrees yesterday. You didn't see me getting a water break doing the gardening. Soft asses. Game's gone.
We had a game at Earlham, a charity game a few weeks ago, and we had water breaks. After 15 minutes an hour.
I'm not surprised.
I could have been more grateful for them.
But you're an alien old man. You know, like you're not a professional footballer.
I used to get subbed off. I'm not joking.
Fuck with.
I was like, right, the car's gone, I'm off. Jarvis Hibbs says he's been a member of the academy for 16 months. Big season for Heaven coming. He is looking comfortable and confident. Like the look of this back four. Yeah, we spoke to his mum recently on the channel, Lisa, who's also his agent. Very good interview. She was very insightful and honest about the ambitions and plans and how he's feeling about the season. And look, I love Aiden Heaven. I think he's got a very, very bright future ahead of him, and I hope he has a good season. I think he will. Big bad Dylan Protzer, who's been a member of the academy for 4 months, says R.I.P. Webby, top red. Thank you to everyone who's messaged the channel about Webby. Obviously, he was a big, big part of this channel, and he'll be sorely missed. Thoughts with his family, as always. Kieran Colmack says, we changed the team after 60 minutes. Game's gone.
Yeah, obviously, I don't know how much you've seen, like, so far, but this, because I know you've been in the chat and that, but it's not been a good performance.
No, I've been sort of... It's weird with these games, because you're sort of watching it, but not watching it a lot of the time. It was like that the other day.
Has it not been a good performance for both teams, though, or is it...
I feel like Milan have been better than we have. Which is surprising, because this isn't really a good Milan team, and a bit weak, and they haven't had a good pre-season. Just feel like we can't really get a foothold in the game. Yeah, it's not been the best.
You want a better performance, don't you?
Oh, look at that for Bereza. Massive flag by one of those.
Talk about the 94, was it 94 final, which was awful, but he was minute.
Yeah. And then missed a penalty.
I know. Bad that, innit? You have such an amazing game against one of the best attacks in the world, and then you miss a penalty. Baggio missed as well, didn't he?
But it was strange though, because Baggio was vilified afterwards. But Bereza not so much.
Oh, was that a magazine, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, Baggio got a lot of grief, didn't he? He's the decisive one, wasn't he? He skied it.
Il Divino.
Yeah, don't know, man. It's not gone. It's weird though. Scoreline 1-0, but it's not gone to plan as a game. I think Bruno's had a bad start as well. Just feels like you want to control the game ball a lot more. I feel like when we get it, we're giving the ball away too quickly. I feel like it's the type of players that we have in the team that just kind of want to attack fast and attack quickly rather than putting a foot on it. We can't get a foothold in the game.
How much do you think it affects Bruno's game though? Obviously, he's got 2 new players behind him that he's going to have to sort of adapt.
I don't think it's to do because they're actually ball players. It just feels like our attacking options. I think no one's really running towards the ball. Everyone's running away from the ball.
Right, okay.
And then people are just, as soon as you win a ball back, people are trying to like boom it in behind, or it's just not been.
Sloppy there.
It's not been a good performance. I think this is probably the worst half an hour I've seen since I've watched pre-season. I didn't really see Wrexham.
Wrexham was poor. Yeah. Well, that felt like, you know, a July pre-season game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where August pre-season games usually the levels of cramps up a little bit.
Did I do the Wrexham watch along with you?
Mate, that game and all about it, I think if you might have done, but neither of us.
There was like 6 people in the stands.
It was terrible. It was like, and the second half was better because the kids came on and kept the ball well, but it was still.
That was it. Yeah, we did. Yeah,
it was poor, wasn't it? Ross Murphy says he's been a member of the academy for 71 months. He's our moderator. Jay, you missed the brew scene where Webby talks about writing United songs for Italian Reds, which made Steve spat his brew out laughing. Do you know what? Right, there's so many scenes we could have put in that best of Webby. Honestly, we might even have to do a part 2 next week. It's just like there was loads because he was so funny all the time. Even as well, we didn't even do the radio show he did. Scotty, you've done that with him.
Yeah, we did the radio on XS.
But you gave a foul for that? I thought it was a goal kick.
Yeah, he's off his head. Yeah, the radio, honestly, mate, we might have to do a best of that as well because he was just unreal. Just such a funny guy. Big Bad Dylan Prot says, part 2, please, Jay. Yeah, we'll sort some out. We will do. MUTV having a good one there. Losing the feed.
Been there.
Wow.
Producer Harry says, been there. Black screen, I've been there. Come on, man. We can't not win this.
Everything's riding on it.
Yeah. This is the the most important game of the season.
Have we lost one in the pre-season?
Wrexham.
Did we lose that? Can't remember I watched it. Second half we didn't, did we?
No, we drew the second half.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I think we lost the first half 1-0. Pretty sure we lost that one.
It doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. It wasn't for a trophy. Someone said there's a trophy here, by the way. That's what people in the chat were saying.
Oh.
They're saying there is a trophy
We've
there.
got to win it then.
So I don't know if they're going to just, make one up or give you one. It might be when Jose gave Scott McTominay a vase. Remember?
I was there.
Was you there?
Was that player award?
Yeah.
We should be getting better, man, going into the new season. Feels like
Going backwards.
because even the second half of the last game and to start this, I don't know. It feels
So what are you saying? Bring Amarin back?
not great.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
Bring back Van Gaal.
I'd rather Stephen.
For
Alson.
pre-season, right?
You'd rather
Bring
Stephen
back-
Alson.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it must be bad. Bring back Van Gaal and Andreas Pereira. They're your pre-season.
Oh, wow.
They're your
They're-
pre-season
yeah.
ones, aren't you? The pre-season Pirlo. For older viewers as well, Jordi Cruyff was usually all right in pre-season.
Jordi Cruyff, yeah.
From my memories.
Has there been a player post World Cup that's gone because of their performance in the World Cup? Remember that used to be a thing, and we used to get burnt by that, didn't we? Where we'd sign the golden boy of the tournament.
Where did Jed Spence go?
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. I feel like he got that move
He's
off the
one,
World Cup,
right,
didn't he?
yeah.
I don't think his performances. I don't.
So Jed
particularly
Spence
bad.
and John Stones are at Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Lemaitre, he's been our man in a match.
Lomans.
Lomans.
He has, hasn't he? Which says a lot. That. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else is there that's sort of got a big move because of the World Cup. I don't know.
Was there any standout performances?
Going to see
Who?
Vidal.
Oh, he was rated, wasn't he? But he certainly cemented his reputation, I feel. Come on, Ronnie, you must know someone. That's a terrible pass.
Who was the best player of the tournament?
Who? Roger got
Roger.
official player of the tournament.
Oh,
yeah.
it must have been a shit tournament. With greatest respect, he's a wonderful footballer, but fuck, he's boring.
It's hipster, though, isn't it?
It's hipster. Like the craft
Yeah, I
beer of
mean,
footballers.
yeah, it's
Fucking
like-
hell, right?
You don't want wingers skinning people and strikers banging him 40 goals.
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
a midfielder that dictates the game. That's what you want, eh?
That Cape Verde keeper got a move.
Oh, there you go. Cape Verde.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Rodri.
And about 10 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
Fair
that was
play.
class. That did he get him in like 90 minutes? Right, was it the 0-0 against Spain?
Yeah.
That's mint. That.
Hey, and either brother and Boomer on the pitch, man. Liven me up.
something.
Liven me up.
Get Marcus on. He's got a point to prove.
Does it? If Marcus comes on, does it mean that we're staying? Do you think there's anything in that? If he doesn't come on,
I was saying to these lads, Jadon Sancho was in pre-season a couple of years ago. After he'd had that row with Tanaka, he played 2 games in pre-season.
did he really?
Yeah, and then went to
Yeah.
Chelsea, was it? Yeah, like I don't think that means anything to be honest with you. I mean, part of it could be shot window time. Like, look, he can still run. He's fine.
He is number 9 as well.
Yeah. Do you want to buy our number 9?
No,
What a ping that is.
Real Madrid's number 14 is
No, go on.
Giovanni.
Oh,
We're leaving it open for him.
People need to respect the low more, you know.
the low. You know, man.
Games like this helps in the build-up. He's also makes good runs. He's a good outlet. Just little stuff like that, man.
Just make sure you keep your stocks in the low. Yeah, don't sell them. Yeah, it's easy to go. It's easy to sell too quickly, man.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? Because you know better than anyone. You can have that.
You
Not
can
even
have
a
a
game. You
stinker.
can have like half an hour where you go
Where you're
in.
thinking, wait, what?
the fuck?
Is he naturally?
Is he trying to cost us?
Or
this
he's
game?
been lobotomized at half time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like you know that ones.
Yeah.
You point out ones where he'll glitch, and you're
Yeah.
like, what even is he doing? Like, even as a person just on a football pitch, I don't know what he's trying to do, but then you just got to stick with him, and he'll be all right. What was that then? Come on, man. OFOXO7 says, Delo is unpredictable, but there is one thing that guaranteed with him, he runs.
And also, because I'm looking at it, I feel like Luke Shaw, when Luke Shaw plays, we can't be as front-footed with the press. I feel like on his side, he's always a step late. What the fuck was that?
Has anyone watched Spider-Man? Says Mayor Amateur. No, might go and watch it this weekend.
I watched The Odyssey.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
I knew. Yo. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Always coming, wasn't it?
We've gone from we can batter these to fucking we're gonna lose in about half an hour. Pathetic.
Yeah.
Seemed too easy, that, didn't it, the way they went through them?
What's going on here? I mean,
two defenders clattered themselves. He's got an open.
And he's on his own.
Yeah. Is it Bruno and Maguire?
I think it's
Or is it
Santos and Maguire, yeah. And then my man at the back post is completely on his own. Like you say, Ronnie, we have been very poor, Ronnie.
I think we're in trouble, if we don't have two more signings at least. I think there's still we know there's still a couple of components that need improving, but I don't know. It's weird because I feel like a lot of the synergy and fluidity that we saw like in some of the games has gone since Bruno's come back, and he's our best player.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, what we're doing here?
Even Santos has been iffy today. It just feels like the midfield three is not working. I don't feel the back four is backing up the press well enough.
That's what I was trying to ask before.
And then you're getting no ball retention out of the front three because it's Cunha and Dorgu who don't play that way. It's Ahmad that's the only one that does play that way, where you can give him the ball and he holds it. But
oh, nicely done.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that three started a game. Is that right? Fernandes, Tielemans and Santos, the first time they started. I know Fernandes came on.
Yeah, that is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think then. Did he start against Leeds? I couldn't remember, but I don't think they did.
That's what I was asking before. Is it going to take a while for that sort of triangle to sort of get up to speed?
Yeah, it's been a bit flat last 35 minutes, to be honest with you. After that initial excitement.
Yeah.
Milan are more physical in the middle as well.
We shouldn't. You know what I mean? I know it's only pre-season. Don't get carried away, but you don't want to go into the season on the back of a poor performance. I mean, it doesn't help you. And we've got those games, haven't we? The first two games at Hull and Ipswich, where
it's
anything
a
less than
favourable
6
start,
points,
though,
you're
isn't
going to be
it?
like, what's going on here? Is it? It's Hull, Ipswich, Everton, and City, isn't it?
Did we start against Ipswich last season?
No. Amarim's first game was Ipswich, which set the tone, didn't it? Because we scored after a minute with Marcus,
Rashford,
and then we drew. And then everyone was going mad because Ed Sheeran gate crashed his interview. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Guts Doyle says, Bruno needs to stay 10. Yuri and Santos can play.
Oop, here we go.
Go on.
Great tackle that.
What's he give a penalty?
Yeah.
There you go. Yuri Tielemans
Penalty.
won a penalty. I love the fact they're just absolutely surrounding the referee, the Milan players.
I would definitely. Is it a cup?
I don't know. Yeah, we've only had access to the internet. Man United. Who we playing? AC Milan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that penalty the other day was woeful, wasn't it?
It's a soft one, though, isn't it?
I was gonna say,
Could have killed
It
it.
was a pullback, but it didn't go down. I think it's a pull, but it's like a small tug. Oh my God.
That's a soft ass penalty.
That is a pen.
He's
even touch
falling like that as
doesn't
well.
even touch
He's
him.
like that. Ref, come on.
We have got away with one there. That is never a pen.
Are you mad? It's a stone wall. Should have been a red. Milan have got away with it. Eh? Trying to find out if we're going to get a trophy. And it's not, I know, you think it'd be like very easy to find out, but it's not for some reason.
Here we go. Bottom right. Oh, he's missed again.
Well.
For fuck's sake.
Is that a stinker, Bruno?
Does he not realise the importance of this game?
Zirk's been had a decent pre-season, hasn't
Who?
he? Zirk's.
Been one of our best pre-season players.
All right.
Bruno's still on the beach, isn't he?
It's not a great penalty, is it? Who's the commentator there? It does sound like Sam Matterface, doesn't it?
Kenal, lads, people. Kenal, this isn't what we wanted. This has been a tough watch, man. First 45. Tough watch.
Yeah. We're just getting it all out of the way, yeah? Once we get to Hull, we're going to absolutely fucking batter him, and Bruno's going to score a hat-trick of penalties. Don't worry.
It's an early kick-off as well, isn't it?
Is it?
Half
Let's have a look, let's have a look
kickoff.
here now.
Is it half 12?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's the first game of the Premier League, unless it's one on the Friday night.
No. There's a I think the first game is Arsenal Coventry. Huh?
Arsenal v Coventry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is an early Saturday kick-off.
Arsenal Coventry's on Friday,
Right.
and then
Fuck's sake, man.
2 misses in a row from the pen spot for Bruno. Maybe it was maybe ball don't lie. I don't know, because it wasn't a pen, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe Bruno knew that.
Did it? Yeah.
So he thought, I'm not going to score.
It's good like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. They're in again here. This has just been shite. Come on, Reds. Fucking hell.
I thought that was Chelsea then.
No, it's
I
nothing.
feel like we had no bombers though, innit?
Mate, it's fucking been shite on it for transfer news recently.
I think there's got to be a surge in it.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a mad surge next week.
What transfer window in all in general? or
Yeah, I
just
think there'll
United?
be like people going doolally.
It does feel a bit quiet.
It has, and there's not been, the same level of excitement.
I suppose it's
as
understandable with the
initially.
World Cup, though, isn't it? It's probably-
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck.
Okay, no. Has he Andy Gordon played? Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Has he stank yet?
it's just nostalgia.
Can't believe getting outplayed by an Amorim team with injuries.
I know it's not good, is it? Paris Saint-Germain sources
Zines.
confirm deal offers for Suzuki.
Yeah.
You know?
Aiden Heaven's been dodgy in the build-up as well.
Commentator's curse. Well,
There's so much wrong. I think it's you can't play front-footed aggressive out of possession with a back four that includes Luke Shaw, Maguire. I think we need an athlete in the middle.
Elbow to the face.
And I think too many of our attackers aren't the type to get the foot on the ball. They either want to run away from it or they want to boom the ball forward straight away.
Cisse put an elbow into Cunha's face there. It's an accident.
Yeah,
it's too easy. Why is no marking?
Yeah, embarrassing, man.
This is a better angle. Yeah, it's completely savable, isn't it?
Has Doggy touched the ball? And I'm not 100% sure he meant that. If I'm honest.
Half time.
Half time.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just
gonna wake up
chat
the
to
host.
Macola.
Trying to wake up.
Sorry. He's messaging there. I thought it might have a bit of, info. But there's players warming up. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means anything, to be honest with you.
Is the game sent you asleep, Jay? It happens, man.
I was just looking to see if there's anything there in his message, but there isn't. Get involved in the chat. Let's go through some comments here. Let me know what you think. Steve Rio says, says we're all so toxic. It's not negatives, it's know-it-alls about the chat. Dearie me. Mayor Amateur says, I want to see Shea Lacey in the 10 and take Dorgu off for Rashi. Nicholas Fagan says, this wasn't on my bingo card for this summer, but get Rashi on at half-time. Amaya Kagali says, Bruno missing a penalty 2 times in a row is something I didn't have on my bingo card. Jarvis says, Cunha, Bruno and Tielemans clearly need a few more weeks. Shaw bringing back his failing to mark his player classic, says Kieran. We have not improved, says Derek Zalo. Ronnie, talk to me. You said that you've been a little bit concerned that the sort of trajectory of United's pre-season. I think you feel like games haven't been great.
I think what's coincided with the last 2 halves of football being bad is ironically been the reintroduction of our marquee starters, the likes of Bruno and Cunha, etc. Even like Tielemans, the people that are trying to get in their legs underneath them that have obviously had an extended break with the World Cup. And it felt like when they've been put into the team, it seems like the football has deteriorated a little bit. We've looked a little bit more disjointed, can't get hold of the football. I thought Bruno and Cunha were really bad today. And I think I don't know if it's because their lack of sharpness and pre-season requires them to probably need to get back up to speed. They might not even come out for the second half of this game. But I think there's a lot wrong. I think there's a little bit of an imbalance in the front four as well. You look at it, you think Dorgu, Bruno Fernandes and Cunha are all players that aren't really the type to get their foot on the ball and retain it. They're not really ball retention style players, only Ahmad. And then the midfield of Santos and Tielemans looks a little bit lightweight physically against their midfield, which is something that we still wanted to address within the window, even though they're good footballers, is we did feel like we need those add a bit of legs and physicality in there. And this is an AC Milan team with injuries and issues and a manager that we all criticise. But also, I think with a back four that includes Maguire and Luke Shaw, we feel like you can't really be that aggressive in the way that you press in your front foot because they can't back it up. They don't have the legs, they don't have the physicality, they don't have the bravery to do it. And then you combine all of these issues and it results in a performance like that. Even Aiden Heaven's been so sloppy on the ball, and then then you look at the bench, you think, damn, are we that reliant on Lisandro Martinez? Even people love to criticise Dalot. Dalot's one of our best players when it comes to build-up. So no Dalot in the team, no Martinez in the team, and it feels like we can't really build up through the back as well as we usually can. I think it's more to do with we've got a few players playing that aren't sharp on the beach a little bit, and also in terms of like their instincts, I think there's a lot of clashing of instincts in the way that people like to play within some of the players.
Scotty, your thoughts on that half?
I thought the first 120 seconds was brilliant. It's downhill from there, to be honest, Jay. I mean, it really was, wasn't it? Like, Harry Maguire scored, and I think Dorgu made his cameo for the first 45 minutes with that shot come cross, and then Milan just came more into the game. And if you look at the sort of how Milan have set up and had possession of the ball, maybe one or flatters us at United, and it's a bit. Bruno missed another penalty. People might criticise it as, pre-season, it is a friendly, but it's a week before we're due to go into the start of the season. I don't want to see so many players across the starting 11 be as leggy as they are, and that's the sort of
Leggy's
thing
that
brings question marks. I know it's the first time Fernandes and Tillmans and Santos have played together or started the game together, but everything's sort of dictated through the midfield, and there's no pace on either flank. I'm not seeing any movement up front, which may be a reaction to what's happening in midfield. And then at the back, you look at the mistake between was it Maguire and Santos for Milan's goal, but that was coming all the way through the game because United just didn't seem to have a foothold within possession after they'd scored the first goal. And you said there, seems like a better drilled Milan team for a manager that's been there less amount of time than Manchester United are under Carrick at the moment.
We've heard that before, haven't we, over the years with various games, various managers, various scenarios, I should say. Yeah, a bit flat, bit leggy, however you want to term it. Just not quite at the races. Obviously disappointing that we missed the penalty. Very unlike Bruno to miss any penalties, let alone 2 in the space of 4 days or whatever it is. So I'm just hoping he's getting them out of the way. And after that opening minute, you thought, okay, United are up for it. Milan look a bit all over the gaff. I know they've had a bit of an issue since Amarin's come in, so you think maybe we can exploit that. And if anything, I think Milan have looked the better team. Mayer Amateur says, sent 10 Stretford Paddock gift memberships. So big thank you to him. Yeah, big thank you. That's ace. Also, Abhinav Verma says the performance deserves a refund for fans. Ronnie, would you be looking at doing anything now in terms of changing personnel?
I'd sub off Bruno. I'd sub off Cunha. I'd sub off maybe even who would I also sub off? I'd sub on Martinez. I'd bring Mainey on.
Yeah,
I think I'd make quite a few changes. I think Xerxes and Bumo might, because they play quite a bit of football. I think they come on in 15 minutes. I think you could have your pick of a lot of the players and take them off. But first and foremost, I want to change up in the attacking areas. I will never ever be convinced about Dorgu being Manchester United's main starting left winger, especially unless it's the odd game against superior opposition like City and Arsenal. You need his defensive ability, and he's running. He's not a United standard left winger to start games week in, week out, especially against games where you might come up against mid blocks or low blocks and you're trying to open teams up. I think that, and I also feel like there's just a lack of balance throughout the team. So I think a few more players being brought back in, I think that are also up to sharpness a little bit as well, because I think as well as that, I think some of the players that we are saying have been poor maybe just aren't really up to the races yet because they've come back a little bit late.
Yeah. I mean, do you think there's any scenario, right? I don't want to get carried away, where Carrick says to someone like Bruno, have an extra week maybe. Doesn't start him against Hull. Do you think that could happen, or is that pie in the sky? He's got to start him.
For what? To what end?
Maybe because he's
not quite. Well, why is he playing him today?
I know, but maybe he's realised. My point is, you played him twice now. You maybe go like, okay, Hull's a game where we can hopefully, get away with it.
Hull away.
Give you the extra week.
Hull away on an open season sounds like a nightmare to me. Sounds like a banana skin waiting to happen.
I don't think it'll be an easy victory. I think United have enough quality to beat Hull away.
Yeah. Well, it's a big call, but if he drops the captain and the best player of the team on the opening game and loses, you make a rod for you're getting underway. I'd win the game and then take him off.
Yeah, maybe. I just wonder whether he sort of looks at it and goes, he is still sort of recovering from the World Cup a little bit, because everyone's different, aren't they?
I think second half he's got to take him off, because he does look like he's struggling with fitness. But what more does he need to learn from Bruno Fernandes as a player anyway? That's what pre-season for building your fitness up and for maybe trying new things out. There's enough data out there of what Bruno Fernandes does as a Manchester United player.
Ronnie, you'll be glad to know your mate's coming on.
Do you know the subs?
Delow's warming up. Apparently he's coming on. He's out warming up.
Yeah, surely there has to be changes. He can't be happy with that. I know people are saying it's only pre-season, I guess, but we are a week away from the season starting. It's not like it's the second game of pre-season. We're still a few weeks away. The season starts next week, so performances need to be a little bit sharper than this. It needs to be a little bit more representative of what you're going to see next week. I feel like it can still obviously be very different. We've got a week left. I think Carrick needs to find out what his actual strongest starting 11 is, because it does look like we have a lot of players that are on around the same level, don't we?
Yeah.
Especially when you look at the bench.
Yeah.
You could go either or with a lot of the personnel. So as with anything, it's about making sure that we get the right balance.
I think with Mazraoui as well, you get stability, but you don't get dynamism. You don't get someone lobbing it forward.
Right, okay. That's fair. Check out the merch. There's a link in the chat to our merchandise as advertised by me. If you look in the chat, it's the pinned message. Make sure as well you're hitting that like button. And if you're not doing so, subscribe to the channel. What are we on here now? 840,000 subscribers. That's good, man. That's gone up. But let's get to 850,000 subscribers by
the end of the match.
By the end of the match, yeah. The end of the stream, yeah. I like that. Yeah, we can do it. If everyone who's not subscribed, or who's on this Watchalong now subscribes, then we're almost there. Let us know your thoughts. What changes do you want to see? Do you think we're getting carried away with our, drama? Is it all right? People are taking it easy because it's the last game before the season kicks off? Or are there some concerns there? Where do you stand on it? Let us know your thoughts. Bruno has to start as Jordan Fielding. Yeah, I think he will, to be fair. I just wondered whether Michael Carrick might give him a little bit of a breather. Osama Gerbioski says 45 minutes of watching Milan. If this half is anything to go by, we're cooked. Glinios out. Fucking disgrace, says Sandin Nuramatchat. Will you bring on Rashford, says Ennis there. Also as well, welcome to all the new members. Solius is a new member. Mayor Amateur, who donated 10 memberships. Thank you for that. We miss Mount Ha, says Sean. 191. Ronnie, one player you did praise was Senna Lemons. It's been good.
I thought Lemons been our best player. And I think he's the only reason why we're still on level terms. And I feel like I love the way he kind of emanates calm, and his fundamentals are strong, and he makes important saves. And Lemons is the type of guy where you feel like you don't always really have to notice him. I think that's one of a huge positive about a goalkeeper. I think he's been our best player in the half. And if your keeper's been the best player in a half, that kind of gives you a little bit of representation of what the overall performance has been like.
Yeah, I get that. It's not really a great advert for your team, is it? We were talking before, Scotty, about when you was there when Jose gave Scott McTominay the award, and it felt a bit like he was annoyed that David De Gea was getting the Player of the Season award again.
Yeah.
And it was like, right, I need to find someone else to give it to, because I can't just have it, my goalkeeper's my best player, because that just doesn't look great, does it? I know you can obviously have a good goalkeeper, there's nothing wrong with that, but if it's your best player, it usually indicates you've been under the cosh a little bit. Mike Easy says we need Mbumo back on the pitch. I think Mbumo, Collier, looks like the warming. I don't know if they're warming up to come on or if they're just warming up in general. I don't know what those shots are saying. Tom Boyce says condolences to Webby. Legend. I agree with all that. He's been a member, Tom Boyce, of the first team for 32 months. Thank you for your support. We're looking at pictures of Mainu and Martinez and everyone warming up, but I don't know what that means. We'll let you know, obviously, if there are any changes. It does seem, from what I gather, from what the lads are saying who are over there, is that Delo looks like he could be coming on. But we'll see what happens there. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Because you don't want to get carried away, because it is pre-season. It's a friendly. It's not, proper. But you know what? We're going into the first game.
It's weird because
not looking good.
It's weird because I feel like a lot of the past couple of games where we didn't have a lot of our better players, so, like on paper back. we still looked a little bit more of a cohesive unit in it, in our possession and the way that we played. I don't know if that's just obviously minutes in the legs and more pre-season, but it seems though like the return of some of our better players, you just don't look as well gelled together, and that's in like both phases of the game.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to see more in this season that I didn't see under Michael Carrick last season, is control of the game, and I'm not seeing that today in terms of like dictating play. I'm not like last season when we were winning them games against the likes of Arsenal and Man City and stuff. A lot of it was sort of reactive football, and I want United now with the midfield that we've got, we should be able to dictate play more.
Yeah, I hear that.
Bring Rashford on. Should we bring Rashford on? Yeah.
I think eventually we'll come on. I don't think it'll be now. I think he'll probably come on with half an hour to go. I'd expect him to get some minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But come
He's
on.
not played any, has he?
We need a better performance, though, innit? Because obviously...
And forget all the
otherwise Jay's eyes will actually close.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just like...
Yeah, just have prodding.
I was getting distracted.
I'll have to like...
Jay, it's not over yet.
Hey, wasn't great that. That was almost as bad as the Wrexham game. And that was saying something. We fucking forgot whether we were on that, Ronnie. Scott, Jesus Christ. Like, did we do that one? Yeah, I think so. What was the score? I can't remember. That's how fucking mint that was. Why should I care? Or why should I care 3? Says, this is the time to have these mistakes. We see more positive performances this pre-season. Let's not get negative because of a bad 45 minutes. Okay, fine. We'll see. Bumbly says, Amorim had a presser some days ago and tried to speak to United fans. Club owner introduced him and he spoke about United 5 minutes after that. Okay. So, feels like he has spoken about United fans. I don't know if he...
9 months after.
I don't know if he thanks us. We certainly didn't get one when he left. If you care about that sort of thing. It's not a bad 45. It's a dumb 45, says the mobile jam. Okay. Players not running, let Milan dictate the tempo. Red flags all over the place. In capitals, Mike Z says that. So he's not happy with that performance. Says, yeah, it's not good enough.
Watch how much better we look when Delo comes on.
Okay, Ronnie's saying, watch Delo is the cog. He's the Jenga piece. That
in a game like this, he makes good runs forward.
Yeah.
He's athletic enough to be an outlet. Also he's good in the build.
He was skipper the other day. It made me laugh because I was at the game and I went online and I seen like a few people moaning that he was the captain. And I was looking, I was thinking, like, why wouldn't it be for that game? Do you know, like when you look and when he was starting, I think he's been here about 8 years, hasn't he?
He probably might have come to what do you call it, testimonial?
That's what I mean. And I looked and it was like there was no other senior players that had been there longer than him. There was like it was a load of kids and new signings, and I just think it's not that deep.
Yeah. We haven't got a lot of the academy kids in this squad, have we?
No, I think he's sort of. This is where he's moved on again. I was talk about July and August.
That is nonsense.
Pre-season.
Sorry.
What?
Referees have got names on their shirts now.
So you control them better, innit?
Nah,
so you know who's the slag off.
What's happened to the sport?
Game's gone.
No.
What's happened to the sport? I love. No, that's his name. That
Mark Insiak
on the back of his shirt.
Hey. Well, they've all got an ego anyway, haven't they? Hey. Bald Maz looks like we have Mbumo at home. Punctual wizard. Oh, this isn't a good one. Oh no, sorry. Marco says the lowest Fred levels or bad. I don't know what that means. We're off. Right, come on, United. Let's get fucking going. Oh, here we are. We're in. Go on. Can I have a little bit of volley, please?
Half thoughtful.
Very nice. Very, very droll.
Me and Joe was exchanging about seven of those every 2 minutes.
What's that?
Watchalong on the last
Dad
game.
jokes.
Yeah. Punny jokes.
Yeah, Aiden Heaven writing to someone there. Punny jokes, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
Aiden Heaven got caught in no man's land there. Or you could say,
Go on.
purgatory.
Fucking hell. And I thought that performance was the worst thing about today.
Does that one not work?
Maybe. It feels very sort of BBC Radio Manchester. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, Gaz.
Yeah, it does. It feels like that sort of them ones, but it's not the worst I've heard.
Yeah.
Is he still there now, Kaz? Is he left?
Gaz, he's doing bits and pieces everywhere. I think he's got a gig at Filed or somewhere. I can't remember, but he's still comes on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing all sorts. Clock is about 10 seconds off. Yes. Thank you. This is where we're at. So the clock we've got is where we're at.
Shit.
Crossing to the... Ooh!
Goal?
Whoop.
Ah!
Why are we not on full screen anymore?
Yeah.
I don't.
Can we go back
I almost
to,
couldn't see that.
Thank you, production team. Dorgu there came over to the back post. Dorgu put it back across the goal, and it looked like he just crowded it. The keeper got it. United a bit more positive so far. We need to get.
That's one thing. One thing we were good at under Carrick was.
Well, that didn't help us.
One thing we were good at under Carrick was. Oh my god.
Oh.
I mean, that's a yellow card. I can see the referee reaching for that one straight away.
Good at set pieces.
Dorgu's just got a yellow, and it was a yellow card, to be fair. You what, sorry? Under Carrick?
Yeah, we're good at set pieces, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I've been our best bet so far.
Don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know what you think.
Strange that he's not made any subs.
Yeah, I thought he might have done the whole half time.
Yeah, just
not
fuck a load
new
off.
team, but yeah,
Yeah.
bring on a few. Obviously, he's biding his time. James,
When are you doing your Jay? When are you doing your Premier League predictions?
we need to do it soon, don't we? Because the fucking Premier League starts probably.
They usually do it
next week.
but Monday's all right.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. James KD Williams 98 says clear though. We need a striker, left back, and centre midfielder though. Minimum we need is that to salvage this season before it starts. Problem with United is depth, and has been for years. I hear that. I do. I do think depth has been an issue for quite some time. I mean, to be fair,
It's better now though than it's been.
I think the depth is okay. I think it's just
In certain areas, strikers would worry
I
about.
think it's the
Yeah.
ceiling more or less. I think United have signed 2 starter adjacent players, but I think United could have done with signing another 1 or 2 that are like starter level players. I spoke about it last Watchalong. I think that's the best way to build a squad. I don't think signing squad players when you're transitioning or you're trying to reach somewhere like United are is very smart. You should be always trying to start. You should be trying to sign players that start.
yeah.
You should be trying to start players that come in and start straight away, and then displace players that you have starting currently, and they become the depth.
Steve.
Yeah,
Steve,
You don't buy for the
Yes.
substance.
And then if you've got players that have been starting for you for like 18 months that become depth pieces, then you'll find yourself in a good position anyway. 'Cause they're like, do you know what I mean? That's Bruno again.
Shocking.
Be more
Steve
ball.
M says if we get a left back in the DM, we can challenge. If we only won, we're destined for a long top 4 fight. We scored.
You don't? We didn't even see it.
Hey, completely missed that. Patrick Dorgu.
There we go.
There you go.
And that's why he's United's left winger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What
So
do you
I mean,
know?
For everything that I didn't
He's
see
the next.
there.
He's the next guy. Hey, I said it. I said he's the next Gareth
Do you know
Bale.
what I mean?
He is.
We won't be able to
Dissing
hold
him
on
and
to him
that,
too
eh?
much.
What's going on here? I missed all this. It just went through. Oh, that's awful. Awful. Just
Amazing
basically.
through ball by the AC Milan
Yeah.
left back.
Terra Ciano.
I wonder if that frees us up or whether we score again and.
There you go. Keeper gets an answer, to be fair, but Ballon d'Or, who at it again. See, he can do it against anyone, the boy. Not just fucking Arsenal and City and Brighton. AC Milan as well.
Yeah. I see you smirking already, man.
What?
Every time. I'm not stitching Jay up, but every time.
You are going to stick. So just keep your opinions to yourself. Yeah, you're not here to talk about that. Yeah, no one wants to swear that. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, and you're not right. Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, so just don't be going down that road.
I'm sorry, it wasn't you, it was Scotty.
Thank you.
I'm not asked.
21 is back on. 21 is back on, says Kev Rosadino. Suvik Bacciare says will we go to sleep again? Or we will go to sleep again. Can you imagine United's modern support transported back to the 70s and 80s? Wouldn't last 5 minutes, can't even handle meaningless pre-season games, says Manchester M25. I think the thing is, right?
It is true, you know. They are like I will be honest. Like preseason games are mostly, especially like they don't mean too much because you've seen teams like be extremely good in preseason.
Well, we did it under Van Gaal. We won every game, didn't we? We beat LA Galaxy 7-0, Real Madrid, Liverpool.
Then the league starts and it changes. But
Spanish team, was the Spanish team in that match?
Yeah, there was. Let me go through
Madrid.
it. I do this all the time.
And you do still sometimes get, and then you get teams that like are really bad in pre-season and they find
Roma,
yeah. Let's have a look. This is the Van Gaal pre-season where we thought, well, I did. You might disagree. I thought this is it. We're going to win the league. Yeah. We beat LA Galaxy 7-0. We beat Roma 3-2. We beat Inter on pens. We beat Real Madrid 3-1. We beat Liverpool 3-1. We beat Valencia 2-1. And then you looked at it and you thought our first 5 games are Swansea, Sunderland, Burnley, QPR, and Leicester. And then West Ham and Everton at home. Thought we could win all them. And we lost the first one at Swansea, and then we drew the next 2.
We only won 1 in the first 5 that season.
Yeah.
QPR
at home, yeah. So that was the end of that.
They mean absolutely nothing. The people who lose the marbles over a pre-season don't need to go and like fill a sock or get a girlfriend or something. Do some, you know.
Yeah, you want to, obviously you want to see a good performance every time you watch United.
But why it doesn't matter, does it?
No, it's not that deep. You just don't want to see shite. Yeah. I think that's fair. Luke Shaw is a tough watch, says Steve Arito. Milan with a corner here now.
I think maybe our players have come on deliberately trying to show the board that they need more signings.
You think?
Self-sabotage.
4D chess.
So part. Ooh.
Oh, I thought Ahmad was going to make it then.
You didn't. That's Bruno's like 9th foul.
Free kick to Milan about, what was it, 25 yards out or something? Let's have a look here. Irish Collie says, get Hall already. Him behind Cunha Dorgu will be class. Think it's done that, the old Lewis Hall thing? Do you think there's anything in it, or is it dead?
Don't know. There you go, that's some insight.
Thanks for that, lads. Do you know what? Can we clip that bit up and get it out? It's an exclusive.
What are you asking me for?
No, and silence. That was the response I got from you two boys. Do you know what I mean?
Stay awake here, Jay.
Fucking hell, make some up. Yes, thank you.
I've heard from my mum's dog Bruno.
I know. Fucking hell. Hey, can't have all 3 of us half asleep. All too expensive, says Danny Jones. Thanks, Danny. At least you've given me some form of answer here. There was rumours that it could be back on. I don't know, fucking loose rumours, to be fair.
I don't understand where he plays.
Lewis Hall?
Yeah.
Does he not
left back
come in from when Luke Shaw gets his injury?
Luke Shaw's solid now.
Yeah, he's had a whole season, hasn't he?
Ionic Shaw.
Yeah, but Lewis Hall would start.
Do you reckon? Lewis Hall is good, man. He is. I don't know, maybe Newcastle are fed up of selling everyone.
Have they replaced Eddie Howe? Did they get a new? Did they get?
Yeah, they got that guy bloke in, didn't he? Who's been managing in Saudi, I think. What's his name, Ronnie? You're the man.
Matthias Jessen or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
The Geordies are buzzing with that one.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's the name you want to bring in when you've sold half your squad.
Fucking, what is it?
Ronaldo. Quieten the doubters.
Cleaning the boots.
Do you know what I mean?
Cleaning the boots. You know, accent day for Scotty.
Fucking hell, what's going on here? Shaw, get over there, lad.
Shaw jogging. That's a goal.
Offside.
Well, 2-2.
Bad by Shaw. Get Lewis Hall in.
Yeah, that was that wasn't great.
It's just. We've looked so cohesive for majority of the pre-season until the last 90 minutes of football.
Poor that. Claire Hayden says Newcastle have signed a fullback this morning. There you go, you see. It's on. It's happening. You've heard it here first. Hall to United. Here we go. Possibly.
How much would they want?
Apparently they wanted 70 million. You think, fuck off with that.
Imagine that, dickheads.
I reckon it will be pretty pricey, but I think you could.
How old is he? He's only younger.
21. If it was to happen, maybe United could go in with something like, or try and get like 50 odd with add-ons.
Yeah, I think you're going to need him to cause a bit of a ruckus, aren't you? In the same way that Isaac did last season.
They love it, don't they? Like, all that fucking down in tools and all that. Or just have an absolute stinker for your first game.
Well, and then don't move like Belabor did.
Yeah. he kept it going a bit too long, didn't he? He kept it going for the next 36 games.
He just nuked his value, though.
He did, didn't he?
Like, nobody wants
Talk of Newcastle, well, I'm pointing there. Newcastle being in for him, isn't it?
That's how you know your value's been nuked.
Yeah.
When they think they have a chance.
I know.
It's a good knock. Oh,
Kid out.
love Le Mans.
Oh, he was on the booking like that, didn't he?
He bounced back as well because obviously Le Mans got blamed for it was Semi's mistake, innit? That got Belgium knocked out.
Oh mate, yeah. It felt bad for him because he came on, and then 10 minutes later he made that mistake, and that was it. Was it Spain? But people forget as well. To be fair, so I didn't do well for the first goal, but I really felt for Le Mans because it was like the worst thing that could have happened. Comes on in a knockout game, makes a mistake, and that's the goal that knocks him out. Literally after 10 minutes of being on the pitch.
Yeah, he seems like quite a level-headed guy, but some players wouldn't wear that well.
Hey up. I think there's some substitutions going on.
There's Luka Modric.
Milan brought on Luka Modric. He's done alright, hasn't he? I think we're bringing on a few players as well. Fucking hell, MUTV, come on man, get a grip.
Jesus.
Now looking at the stadium again, still at the stadium.
Wait, is the stadium is that the Lidl sign on it?
Nah, it looks more like Aldi, that, doesn't it?
Aldi. Oh yeah, Aldi. Sorry, I sound a bit classist there,
Come
getting
on.
that mixed up. I don't know what Aldi. I don't know what that. I don't know what I know.
Oh, Rashford and Mainu.
Here we go.
This is right. Andalo. Right.
And
Mbumo. And Lacey. Now the party's starting. Fucking come on.
Half an hour of madness now. Who would have thought they'd see Fat Rashford back in a Man United shirt? When was the last time he played?
Who?
When was the last game Rashford played for United?
There you go.
Cristiano had that one already.
Yeah, he's waiting, sat on that one, written on a piece of paper.
That's going out in a tweet soon, isn't it?
He said it before you finished, he said.
Yeah. Dan 8 says, do you think Rashford will be used as a backup number 9? Potentially.
It's right at 9. Shield it. So if this last half an hour we play liquid football, then what?
Come on. Then what?
The low goal involvement, what have you got for me?
Who went off?
Cunha,
Dorgu, Mazraoui.
And Ahmad.
Get up. Better. Bruno, get up. They've brought Modric on, by the way. He's 45.
He's immortal, though, isn't he, Modric?
Yeah. And is he like the most decorated player ever or something? Or one of the most decorated players? Messi, sorry.
Yeah.
What was there's a stat, like a graphic today, is he like, what was it?
Yeah. Shea Lacey, right wing.
Oh, most decorated player in Real Madrid's history.
Who Modric is?
I don't know.
It's mad that such a fucking talented player. He's got Spurs on his CV.
28 trophies he's won now.
Jeez.
He left Spurs at 27 with no trophies.
Could have
And now he's the most decorated player in Real Madrid's history.
Jeez.
That's mad, that, isn't it?
Where was he before Spurs? It was like Croatia. The Zagreb, wasn't it? Because we were after him, but Levy once could to replace Scholes, weren't we?
Yeah, I think
So the
there's
story
always
goes,
a
and
lot of
then,
noise around
and
it.
then
Yeah.
Levy didn't want to sell him.
Loftus-Cheek's been at AC Milan for a while now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's been there a while.
What about the striker who was at AC Milan for?
Like, this type of performance makes you want to drink tonight.
Is it that bad? Bumbili says, God rest Webby's soul. He was one of those people who taught me things in life I didn't know.
Because I know Harry
was
would...
ignorant. One second, let me just read this.
Sorry.
God rest Webby's soul. He's one of those people who taught me things in life I didn't know. I was ignorant about. You heard about stuff. Webby lived it. Webby was a good egg. Sorry, go on.
I was just teasing. I said which one wants to drink out of Harry and Cristiano.
They've already started.
Tonight. No,
You lads out tonight?
Me. We've got a staff thing with Stephen Alston Corporations.
Oh, is it?
It's a line dancing evening.
Oh, is it?
With hosted by Janine.
Boots and bourbon and all that.
Yeah, which I'm probably going to try and avoid. But
Where's
bit of
that?
team building.
would I be boring if I don't turn up to that?
Come on, you got to go to the team. You're like second in command. You should be there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like supervisor. You can't be not turning up to these kind of things now. Not in your role.
What?
Come on.
So I can just rinse everyone with my two-step.
Yeah. Show them how it's done.
Cristiano, are you Congolese?
Nah.
Are you Portuguese, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's you're Angolan.
You know, Southwest.
Keep it okay.
Nice knowledge there.
Most.
Colonial knowledge.
Yeah, that's. I got it wrong though.
Yeah, I know.
It's Angolan or like is it like Mozambique? Mozambique, and as well, Cape Verde.
Yeah, we've done all this on the watch-along.
Oh.
It's just no one there. Rafa D says Jay's done some line dancing in his time. Dancing and lines, that is. That's what he said. Cheeky, but probably true.
Probably true. Probably. You know.
It's very true.
Some line dance.
Charleston Waltz was
Yes.
Morris.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. Right, come on, United. Just fucking win.
Yeah, no.
Just win.
Hey.
Just play football.
Right, it's a
good.
friendly, right? It's pre-season. It's not that deep, but I still want to win.
Yeah.
Come on, it can't be arsed. Fucking the nonsense.
Can we get a coffee machine in the studio next year? This
Yeah, of course
season?
we can.
Just like here.
We have a coffee machine upstairs.
No, for like just so we don't have to get up during the game.
All right, okay.
Because it's funny you
Or
say that
drop
because
subtle hints to the producers.
Well,
full-time Devil
you know, you may as well
Corporate.
talk-
Because
talk
full-time
to
corp. Yeah,
Brick Wall talking to them. They're not, to be fair, they are working.
Terrible.
We haven't got a spare body to send to
That's
next
what I'm
door.
saying. Just press the button here.
You know what I mean?
Do you reckon a really good quality coffee machine's out of the budget? Do you reckon is that out of the budget?
Well,
MJ?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Joe knows his stuff, right? Because Joe helped me go shopping for a coffee machine for Mrs. for Christmas, and he got like he was baffling the people in Curry's with science about the coffee machine. You know what I mean? And we ended up getting one for like a discounted one that was really good.
Okay. I know
So-
we've got one upstairs.
We could maybe go and get another one. Oh, fucking hell.
I think United need one more athlete in the middle, one more athlete at the back.
Centrally.
Yeah.
Would you have Maguire in heaven as a centre pairing to start week in, week out? Would that be all?
Steve M with a good point there. Never tell your missus that her present was discounted, Jay. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck off. Milan have scored.
And that, we got bops there.
We have been not good enough for big chunks of this game. That looked too easy, that.
Would be their first win pre-season. They've only scored 3 goals all pre-season combined.
They've only scored 3 goals all pre-season combined. It's from that fucking side again.
Maguire there.
Look at Luke Shaw, bro.
It's not.
Luke Shaw loves jogging out to wingers.
I
bro.
know he's been doing
Fucking
that his
hell, man.
entire United time, man. It's just been. Remember having this argument when Ollie was there. A lot of people having a dig at Luke Shaw.
He's just Luke Shaw just jogging out, cantering out.
He was at fault for the first goal, wasn't he? Second goal, sorry.
This was meant to be a great day, but in fact, we've actually just been fucking outplayed by AC Milan under Amorim, who have had a stinker of a pre-season. And if it couldn't get any worse, Jay's mate just come into frame.
Of course he has.
You seen him then, you tried to ignore it.
I've
It's like
not
that
seen
meme.
him, I've not seen him all game, and I've just
Who?
fucking seen
There
him.
he is.
Him? Who?
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, now he's gone even bigger, bro. He's only been in Italy a few weeks. Carbo loading.
I
Mate.
guess it's hard to stay slim in
It's
it,
hard to
man.
stay slim in Italy, I can imagine, but...
Luke Shaw looks like he's had a good summer there, though. We're carrying a bit of timber, don't we?
It's difficult to tell with Shaw because even though like he's a big lad, he usually shifts when he wants to. I don't know. I remember when we first got him, he looked big, but that's just poor. I'm just hoping it's because it's pre-season. Even though we have these arguments, not these arguments, we have these discussions fucking every year, don't we? Right, come on. Rashford, get on the ball and fucking score now. Come on.
Marcus playing out left. Fucking
offside.
Salah ages ago.
Mayor Amateur says every single goal they have scored by squeezing us one way and switching to the wing back on the other side. Our wingers don't track back to them, and our full backs are following their tens.
Oh, no.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Again. They're in again here.
Good
And they've
goal.
scored.
Good finish.
4-2. Loftus-Cheek. We're getting fucking turned over here. Honestly, I don't like. You can go on about it's pre-season, it doesn't matter, it's not that deep, whatever. You don't get fucking battered, do you? Especially not off your former manager.
My head's gone, man.
We're actually helping him here because he's under a bit of pressure already.
What's annoying though is like you get performances and results like these against the manager that you've sacked, against a team that have got injuries and have been shit all pre-season, and you'll still get people in the comments telling you that you're overreacting. Doesn't matter. Why do you care?
Oh yeah. Going on the dock list, innit? The Amazon dock.
Someone said the local one and we conceded 2. I'm trying to ignore that.
Do you think results like this?
It's not been his side.
It's that thing like with your guy, right? When your guy had come on, even if it was nothing to do with him. I remember there was one game where I think it was West Ham, it was fuck all to do with him, or Fulham, where we were 2-0 up, and you came on, it was 2-0, we got a last minute winner from Sesko. It was like that jinx. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think these performances or results like this may kick the board up the arse for transfers, or
I don't know. I mean,
is it a case that decisions are already made?
Yeah, you'd think they'd have a plan, wouldn't you? That it's not based
being
on,
reactive.
Yeah, on what happens in the fucking game against Milan.
Do you like? With my reservations about Carrick having the full-time job, a lot of it was down to sort of how much will he be swayed by the honour of having the Manchester United manager's job, and how much will it be he'll have control over transfers, and do you know what I mean? Do you think he'll have a say in who he's getting, or do you think it's going to be more of a case of he's just got to coach the players that he's given? I think he'll have to have some say,
but most managers, I mean, it's been an ongoing thing, hasn't it? Because I know you've sort of been very impressed, haven't you, with Ineos' signings?
I think so, yeah. Because they seem to have been more, whoa.
Shot that.
Whoa.
Ineos have made some good signings. I think
they're not just throwing out money.
They made a couple that have jury's out, and a couple where they've not worked out. Xerxes, Ugarte, I think you might argue as well, just because of the injury, the jury's out.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player, but he's missed 2/3 of his United career so far.
Yeah, but it's got Heaven, Tielemans. Santos looks like it's going to be a decent.
No, I just don't think it's been a blanket. Everything's been a success.
No.
I think there's been some ups and downs, more ups and downs. It's certainly been better. But you look at some of those signings, like the Ugarte one. Ten Hag obviously didn't want him, did he? I think we can all agree on that. I think Senna Lomans, which is a really good signing. I think everyone said Amorim wanted Martinez. He wanted someone who was Premier League proven.
Yeah.
So I think there's always been this theme of Ineos making those decisions.
Making it right.
I don't know whether Carrick's on board with Santos and Tillmans, but you'd imagine he would be. Do you know what I mean? You'd imagine it. The sort of party line is that Vivell, Wilcox and Carrick all have a say in it.
Are they weighted?
Sorry?
Like, is there sort of a weight, like who has more of a, like 2 yeses and 1 no?
I'm not sure how the exact dynamics of it work. I think it's more a case of, I think, and by all means, people get involved in the chat in the comments and correct me if I'm wrong, like Vivell more sort of suggesting players, Wilcox and Carrick. Maybe.
I might. Do you know what? Listen.
Go on.
I need a beer, and I don't drink beer.
I think we'll be alright. I think we'll go out after this, right? We'll get Lewis Hall tonight. Yeah? Right,
I think we sort it out.
Yeah?
We saw it.
I think Jay can put a word in.
Yeah. Know people.
I
know people that know people that know people that know people.
Who's on the turnstiles at United. They must know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone.
That's enough.
Yeah, you can have a word with someone who matters. Yeah? And then we'll say.
You mean that last person can send an email?
Send an email. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? And then they can send an email saying, get Lewis on. And then there you go. We'll be alright. Joey 1I4J says deficiencies in the squad are clear, but the so-called experts have taken the cheap shortcut route. Hilarious that a left back is under consideration.
I can't believe how bad Luke Shaw's defending's been in this second half, but then it just seems like he's lacked intensity. He's just been slow with it. People are not happy with Rashford as well, just because he's.
Oh, can't be. Come on, son.
Yeah. I don't think this game could have gone any worse.
Well, we couldn't have scored.
Do you know? Because then we talk about Rashford and Mainu coming on, and they've come on and both been like,
Yeah,
nothing.
not been happening, has it? It's one of them. You get it out of the way. Yeah. Blow them cobwebs off, you'd be right for the whole game. Don't worry.
It just seems that Amarim.
This is what I mean. Someone said it took Trashford 7 minutes to cost us the game. I mean, that's very harsh, to be honest. G-Back says, are we seriously getting beat by the amateur who lost to Grimsby? Fucking right we are, son.
Don't you think Hull sounds like a banana skin?
I don't, mate.
Away.
I think we'll bar him.
Based on today's performance, yeah.
Fucking listen, if Hull were playing AC Milan, it'd be about 8-0.
It's another fucking coastal fishmonger town, isn't it?
Hull's alright, mate.
It's not. Have you been?
Nah, they haven't, you know. Well done.
Get up!
Makes Grimsby look like.
Go on, Rashford. There, he's on it.
Go on, back heel. Yeah.
Yes.
There's Luke Shaw. Poor.
Oh, horrible
hell,
cross.
mate.
Good play from Rashford though.
Oh, Megsy's.
Okay, no.
He's done you there.
Okay, no. Bruno.
Bruno's just got megged.
Do you reckon Bruno's got like the amount? Think about the amount of things that can happen to you negatively on a football pitch, or for you. Do you think he's ticked off every single one?
Apart from a red card and an
Just
own
a red
goal.
card left.
Red card and own goal are all that's left. Missed a penalty, getting megged. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just needs that red card, own goal, and a penalty, and he's absolutely won
How many
the.
has he scored a hat trick? Has he scored a hat trick?
Has he
Fernandez.
scored a hat trick?
Yeah.
What, for United?
Yeah.
Yeah, against Leeds.
Was he losing?
That's one of my favourite ever games. You know.
When was
game
that?
Was so good. That was when it was the first game of the season. You remember we unveiled Rafael Varane.
It was when Ronaldo came back.
No, Ronaldo. Well, he came back 2 games later for the Newcastle
yeah,
game.
that was it, Newcastle.
But it was such a good game. That even the fact they scored was good because they scored and we equalised straight away while they were still celebrating. Yeah, it was mint, wasn't it? Or not equalised. We took the lead again. Sorry, straight away.
How's Bruno still on the pitch?
It was so good.
Bruno's getting 90.
Oh, well
Delo.
played.
Delo! Go on, give it Diogo. Go on, take the piss.
He's a bit better around the box at least.
Oh dear. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. Go on, Cobby. Go on, son, all the fucking way.
It's a good idea,
Terrible.
but
Big bad
with Paddock,
execution.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But not that one.
Jack, what are you doing tonight, though, Scotty?
Going line dancing with you, but if this carries on.
Yeah. Bit of
What
line
type
dancing.
of line dancing are we doing? No.
Oh, no, I don't do that line dancing. Good man.
Yeah, neither do I.
Not a good look. This says Cecil James John. I think this is a look at the positives.
I think this isn't a good look for the board.
What are the positives?
We scored 2 goals. Yeah.
Hold it.
Oh, fucking referee.
Fucking hell, man. It's not a happy hunting ground for us, is it, Poland? We lose the Europa League final in Gdansk.
Yeah. Ref.
Fucking referee, get out of the way.
That did us a favour now. Joe's Kindle says, looks like we're either playing at half pace or knackered. Maybe the players were beasted yesterday. We don't know. It's pre-season after all.
We've got 10 minutes to score 3 goals.
We can do it. We've done it before.
Believe.
Under Amorim.
Yeah. We have to now do what Amarim did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Channel the Leon. Remember that?
Yeah, that was the peak. That was the highlight.
That was one of that. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's losing a fight.
Mate, it was horrible, wasn't it? Right, here we are. Go on, Maney.
He looks podgy there from the back.
Who?
Luke
Shaw.
Shaw.
Go on, Rashford. Go on. Go.
Why didn't I?
What are you doing there?
Waiting for then?
It's like he just ran into the ball and then didn't do out.
It's like he just decided he couldn't be asked to get
yeah,
the
that's
phone
what it
it. I
felt
don't
like,
know.
didn't it? Show that again.
What was he doing there?
It must have been out of his reach.
Yeah, nah, the angle's not great from where we saw it from. Can't imagine he didn't want to kick it in the goal.
Yeah.
Just chose not to.
What it fucking half
I'm
look
not
like, I
fucking
don't know.
scoring against my mate Ruben. No chance. Well done. Fucking
I thought
hell.
we weren't going to give that.
Mine is man.
It was a great ball. Just
Go on. Oh, it was out of his reach. What was the Chelsea scored him?
Sure.
Them
Let's have a
bastards.
look.
Fucking hell. Jesus, Bruno.
Fuck hell.
Interesting performance.
Honestly,
from Bruno.
this is just getting worse. They won 3-1.
Oh, fuck mob.
Margin need more info than that. Alright. Is there something you want to know?
I've been keeping an eye on the rival teams, man. See how they're doing. Just
When's the Champions League draw?
Roger's got one and João Pedro got 2.
Is it, yeah.
Hey,
wish
is
we had
that- is
João
that-
Pedro.
They
is
kick
that
off in
right?
September.
You happy with
I
that?
wish we had
Ah.
João Pedro.
This will be our first time in the Champions League with the new format, won't it?
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue how that works.
It's fucking basically, if you're shit, you still go through. Apparently,
Right?
well, Spurs fucking finished 4th, didn't they? Nearly got relegated and fucking breezed. Even didn't Newcastle get through to the knockout?
So we should
It's
get
playoff.
through.
That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah. So it seems like it's very difficult. Saying
You only
that,
play.
watch us
You
do
don't
it.
play home and away, do you?
No, you play like some home games against certain teams and some aways against others. It's a bit weird. So if you get like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, fucking we'll see.
Feels a long time ago since we had European games where you could only field 3 nationals from other
Do
other
you remember
countries.
them days? Galatasaray and all that fucks us, didn't it?
Cantona got dropped for that game.
No, he got red carded, didn't he?
Yeah,
Was it? Did he drop Schmeichel?
Schmeichel,
Gary
yeah.
Walsh in
Yeah.
goal. I think he did that in the new camp, didn't he? And you had like Nicky Butt when he was 12 playing in midfield and fucking like Lee Martin playing again. Oh, that's a bad header, that.
I thought that was Modric that got to a second ball first then.
So disappointing, this, isn't it, man?
Do you know that restart match feature on FIFA?
Yeah.
I would have pressed it.
I'd have fast forward.
I did that so much.
Plus, is there an option just to end it early
You
rather
can
than
end it early.
restart this
Yeah.
shite?
You can end it and you just lose 3-0.
That's what you do, innit?
The danger of restarting and it'll be the same, would be worse.
It's you do it when you're down 5-0 45 minutes. You thought, fucking hell, at least let me help the goal difference at least.
yeah.
Forfeit 3-0.
Joey says experts tried to avoid the open heart surgery. I mean, thing is, like, he said look like some good players we should have got, but I don't know how realistic any of them were. I also agree with him that we did need fucking massive changes. But we've sold and bought shitloads of players since then. And changed manager 5 times.
What's annoying is like the latter games, like last games of pre-season, are the ones that usually should be a little bit more representative of how you look.
Yeah.
Usually more players back. Usually start more of your starting 11, rather than the early days. And this is the worst possible way. You just got to take the positive of like it's fucking pre-season and
Oh,
we got real.
It's fucking too heavy.
Yeah. And you've got, it's not like a legitimate game where we're getting battered like this, but I'm hoping it shocks Ineos into taking action, man, because there's still a couple of pieces missing here.
I know.
Oof.
Well done, mate.
You know?
I know, it's not fucking helped him now, has he,
Yeah.
Rashford?
Oh, well played. That was,
Jesus
great.
Christ.
That was class, that, man.
That's a bad
Bit of
ball
a
as
heavy
well.
touch that by Mbeumo.
Bruno's still on. Oh yeah. When that Maguire goal went in, I did not think this would happen.
Time then for another touch.
Did you envisage this scoreline and performance after Maguire scored?
You were talking about record-breaking
6-0, yeah.
results and all that. We were talking about them 10-0.
Fucking jinxed it.
Oh, mate, just been shy on it for the last hour. Like I say, it's only pre-season. You do want to see better performances than this, though, especially when you've got so many of the big hitters back. I'm just hoping it's a mixture of players being a little bit rusty and so not wanting to, do any damage to themselves, just get back into the swing of things.
Yeah,
I hope it's just a bit of that rather than this is our level.
Yeah, that's it. The optimist way of looking at it.
Rather
It's
than
a fitness issue. The pessimist is like, we're shit.
We're actually shit.
We can literally can only pray. Can pray that is the reason.
It's just
we'll have a bomber tomorrow, at least.
Do you reckon?
Would you concede 2 more goals if it means we sign someone that we need tomorrow?
Well, yeah, because it's pretty irrelevant. I'd rather we didn't concede 2 goals and we still sign someone that we need, though.
That'd be better.
That's what we should be doing.
I'd rather we score 2.
Rather than making that deal. I get your point, but we're giving free advertising to Gillette Fusion here now. What?
I've no idea what happened there.
Right, come on. Let's at least make it interesting for the last 5 minutes.
Oh.
Players look like they're half fast now. Oh.
Oh.
Fucking shit.
Beanstalk's been alright, hasn't he?
Yeah, yes.
Saved a penalty.
The 12-year-old.
The 2 goals he scored as well. One was a set piece and the other one was like a gift to Dorgy. Shambles. Probably won't get any stoppage time now, as well.
No. I mean, do we want it?
It'll be 90.
Do I watch more minutes of this?
Put us out of our misery.
Yeah.
Blow it now. Fuck off.
No, Bruno, man.
dog
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
He's been catastrophic.
I honestly think this is the worst game I've seen him have.
He's stunk, man.
You've never seen him do this bad before. Just blow it, ref. We've had enough. We don't mind.
2 minutes, I think.
We don't mind.
2 minutes? I think I heard it. No, there is no stoppage.
Blow the whistle.
Oh, man. We've all had enough. Hawksy78 says, I don't know how people can make light of Amarim's Milan dog walking us. Pre-season or no, we kick off next week and have looked possibly the worst I've seen us look under Carrick. So he's quite emphatic there.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, I thought he was going to get a fifth then. Fucking hell.
Oh.
Tielemans is tackled. I think is that it? No, there's still time for a Bruno Fernandes foul. Thought he was going to get a booking there.
He's been booked already, that's why he's not.
Oh, has it? Right. That could have been like you were saying, one of the...
He's been sent off in a normal game.
Just poor. Just a poor game, poor performance. Hey. There's not much you can say about it. Certainly not from a positive perspective. Fucking hell, it could get worse here now.
Luke Shaw jogging back. As always. Look at him.
Mate, come on, wake up, man.
Him.
Fucking
Just cross
hell.
it in if you
Same
want.
thing again.
What's up with him?
Exactly the same thing.
Fuck, that's over. United losing 4-2. Poor performance, really. Really poor. Ronnie, your thoughts?
I'm not happy with that at all. The only caveat, the only saving grace you have is it's pre-season, it's a friendly, and ultimately it doesn't matter in a literal sense. But in terms of momentum, in terms of positivity, in terms of the storyline of who it was against, and how it bodes towards going into the season, I think we have a little bit more question marks, because this isn't just today. That the second half of the last game was also equally as bad. So it almost feels like there's been a little bit of a dip towards the end of pre-season. We had a poor start against Wrexham. I think we had quite a strong and positive middle, and then the last 120 minutes of football has actually thrown a little bit more concern into the mix, where United going into what we know is a really tough league to play in, week in, week out, battling in the Champions League at the same time. That honestly, we have to sign at least 2 more players, otherwise, and I'm talking starter level, otherwise we could be in a little bit of trouble in terms of how tough the season can be. Because being good might not necessarily be good enough anymore, and that's just the level the Premier League's gone to, especially when you're balancing 2 games a week.
Scott, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think you started the show talking about some players or staff members at Manchester United were talking in Dublin about how they wanted to get one over, and they're really looking forward to sticking it to Ruben Amorim come this game. And I'd love to know which player it was, because it wasn't evident on the pitch outside of Senny Lamans, and I don't think he should have any particular beef with the former manager. Cup half empty, cup half full. I don't think United can play much worse than this.
Yeah.
I can't recall last time I've seen whether it was in a league campaign or a pre-season game. It wasn't pretty to watch. There was 2 minutes at the beginning of the first half that was decent, and then from then on it was difficult to watch, because there was just nothing to that. You expect the intensity, the lack of fluidity, the fitness in your players to be less than it's going to be at the kickoff of this season, but you don't expect it to be as jaded as it is there. To a man, there was pretty much every single player was just full of faults in terms of their energy or how they were sort of applying themselves. Luke Shaw typified that with the 2 errors that led to the goal. Fernandes again with one of his arguably worst Manchester United performances. So you can write home about that, about how bad it was. You just got to hope that it's just indicative of it being a pre-season friendly where there's not much riding it, there's no jeopardy, and we don't bring this sort of form into the game against Hull.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, to be honest with you. We're going to be back for the review in a minute. So if you stay on this will bring you to the review. Pravnav says, really scared seeing Silliman's lack of pace, red card energy. It says we need a left back. Sure, can't move. Well, we'll get into all that on the review. Thank you everyone who got involved in the chat and the comments. Thank you everyone who subscribes to the channel. Go and check out the merchandise as well. Not a good day in the office for Manchester United, but at least it's only pre-season. That's been Scotty. That's been Ronnie. I've been Jay. Thanks for watching.